Y'all gotta get ready. So sell on down. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom to the worldwide family. Peaceful Sabbath day today, y'all. As we get about our Abba's business, y'all know how we do it. We turn toward Holy Jerusalem. Men ought to uncover their heads. Women ought to cover their heads when praying and prophesying. Shabbat shalom.
Within the assembly.
Within the assembly. Thank you, brother. Go ahead, bro.
All right, so we're going to get this opening prayer. And it is with the Most High's permission. And it's in the name of his only begotten and beloved Son, our uncrowned King and our Lord and Savior, Yahushua HaMashiach. But we know him as Jesus the Christ, family. Long live the King. Long live the King. Reading in the book of Psalms, in the 12th chapter it reads, Help Yahweh, for the godly man ceaseth, for the faithful fail from among the children of men. They speak vanity, every one with his neighbor, with flattering lips, and with a double heart do they speak. Yahweh shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speaketh proud things, who have said, With our tongue will we prevail, our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy. Now will I arise, saith the Most High. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. The words of the Most High are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. Thou shalt keep them, O Yahweh. Thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. Yes, sir. We see a lot of that in Israel today, my brother. Brothers with this self-exaltation, thinking money can buy you happiness. It just buys you material things.
That's all it does.
That's all.
Because you can't tempt the soul with the dollar.
That's right.
Because what you can't do, you can't reach down in there and say, here, put this in your pocket.
Yep.
To your soul, can you?
Not at all.
So y'all, and that's a good point, y'all, because today's lesson, the spiritual food of Yah. And we're going to deal with this from a perspective of a word that's used out there, but we are not going to have it associate with us, but it's called ambrosia. So we're going to get into the spiritual food, and what technically it means is the food of the gods. But we're going to stay away from that, and we're going to always stay with the script. Because just like people attribute certain things in the world to the Bible, like the Greek term polygamy, which technically means ishiyakah, meaning another wife. So we stand on point, with everything we do. Like when we mention the universe, we talk about who created the universe, not second base.
Right.
We're going to always start at the beginning like the Messiah said. So y'all know how we get down. We got any questions and comments out there too, by?
So far, so good.
Did we have anything out there last week?
Condolences to Nat Turner.
No doubt about it.
Lost his grandmama. But we're here for you, Aki.
Yes, sir.
Anything you need, just let us know.
That's right. And not only that, but the devil struck twice. Struck his grandmama on his daddy's side the following day.
What?
We got 2 grandparents he lost this weekend. Yes, sir. But y'all know how it goes, but they were older, so it's a cycle of life, y'all. And one good thing about it, I know the family's heart is troubled, but that's the way, it was ordained. It's for you to be in your bed with your feet up and all your children around you. That's the cycle of life. And y'all, as we keep breathing, we're going to go to more and more funerals.
Right.
Somebody, we may be going to ours because tomorrow ain't promised to us, y'all. So we got to stay focused, y'all.
And we're still praying for our Richard and the house of Uriah.
Yes, sir.
Still sending out healing prayers for y'all. And I hope you get up and around, Brother Richard, because I still need that water pump put on my link. What's that?
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I know Imam Bob had, praying for her as well because I think somebody did some red rum within the family.
It was in her family.
Oh, you're talking about Sister that told us on.
Who was that?
There was some violent incident in her family. Sister
Was that
Renata, she's
Obadiah?
on the sister prayer line.
Oh, sister on prayer line?
Was
Okay.
that Obadiah in
I
Ohio's
think she had been
family?
down here before.
Oh, that's right, in Ohio.
Renata.
And from Ohio, yeah, that's right.
What's her husband's name? Obadiah?
No, not that Obadiah. No, I forget his name, but I got it here. We'll look it up here shortly.
Okay.
And make sure we send our condolences to that, y'all. Y'all, we all we got, so we have to pray, y'all, that the Most High show us some comfort in this hour. Because it's just getting started, y'all.
Yep.
Also, got to pray for our brother Agda over in Israel. He says he's having a few health issues right now.
Brother Agda?
Yeah, so keep him in
Agda
prayer.
praying for you, bro. You and Sister Yisraela.
Yes, sir.
Hope you're doing well, bro. As we keep going, y'all, the spirit is willing, but what?
The flesh is weak.
Flesh is weak, y'all. It's marked, it's set for death. So, y'all, with that, we got any questions or concerns out there too, by?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Isaiah gonna give that definition of ambrosia. So y'all, don't nobody get it twisted. When we talk about food of the gods, we're not talking about the gods of Egypt. We're talking about only one God and his right hand. That's all we're talking about. Go ahead, Zed, what that means.
Ambrosia. The food of the God.
The food of who?
The God. Something very pleasing to the taste or smell. It's also a fungi product used as food by ambrosia beetles.
So ambrosia, y'all, the closest we can get to it in the Bible, what we speak about food of the gods is manna bread. Because it said it was the food of the angels. So y'all, we have to make sure we stay on point what's in the Bible.
That's right.
You got a lot of people out here with this new booty doctrine and they're saying, well, it can be found in the Bible. No, it can't. What can be found as its lesser. Like, though you call yourselves God, you should die like what?
Man.
So, we're not talking about the universe. We're talking about who created the universe.
It's also an ointment or perfume of the God.
Yes, sir. So, y'all, we're going to cover this, the food of Yah, from many different angles, y'all, because it's bread and wine, and it's milk and honey. those foods of the God produce immortality. And y'all, and look, we're getting caught up in this melanin deal, where people thinking the more melanin you have, this is going to bring you closer, but that's not the deal. It's about the blood.
That's right.
It's always been about the blood.
That's right.
And you have to get the right food in you so that your blood may have the blood of immortality running through your veins. It's blood and water, not blood and flesh. That's what they're thinking we're talking about. No, we're talking about the blood and the water. We're talking about that sanctified blood that starts to run through your veins that dissolves sin. Yeah, we want to be clear on what the Messiah gave us and what he continues to talk about, his blood. If we don't understand the blood of the King, we're going to try to get it understood today. Y'all, it's very important, y'all. That's what they're after. They're after the true keepers of this word, and they're trying to get a hold of their blood. Yo, this ain't got nothing to do with melanin. It ain't never been skin color. It's always been what it's saying in here from Genesis to Revelation. The blood. Talk about no blood in our mouth. None of that foolishness, but the blood of the Lamb.
Because if it was always just about melanin, it'd be about them Canaanites and them Hamites over
Hey, you shorties have a seat over there. Y'all want me to go get y'all granddaddy? Y'all better sit down. Compa squat. Compa squat. What? Okay, but throw that food away.
Throwing food away.
No, ain't nobody throwing food away. They're hungry in Africa. You throwing the plate away.
He didn't have that plate.
That was an excuse. That's that quick thinking there, boy.
quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use this to get up.
Yeah.
This is gonna be my excuse to get back up and move around.
The order manipulation.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. Y'all know how we get down. Y'all, our one and only high priest, Yahweh Shah, after the order of Melchizedek.
Yes, sir.
Where the law is male, female, rich and poor, free and bond, Jew or Gentiles, it applied to all, because every soul is the Most High. He said all souls belong to him. That's every soul of mankind, because everybody faces judgment day. The soul does. So y'all, we get this going because the spiritual food of Yah, bread and wine, milk and honey, and we'll see why those four relate us or keep us in the mindset of immortality. So we'll start this off, y'all, and we talk about this cup we drink. And we ask you, what is this cup we drink? Y'all, it's an open book test. We tell it at the beginning of every class. Y'all, it's not hard when we say it's not disrespectful. We need to know what cup you drinking from. You be drinking from the universe.
Right.
You be drinking from vibrations.
Yeah. You might be drinking water with a crystal in the
Oh, boy, look here.
What is that all about?
Nothing. So y'all, we're going to start this off with 1 Corinthians 11:23 to the end. And we're going to move right to Matthew 4, y'all, because immediately after receiving the word, the devil come and ask you what cup you drinking from. He always come after you take the sip.
When you cleanse.
When you cleanse.
That ain't the real water.
Boy, look here, that's what he'll tell you. I got the real water.
I got the real
Water.
No, he just got a wet willy for you.
You got that dipper.
Come take that.
That's all we got that dip.
You got that dip water for you.
Yeah.
And you run around the street naked.
Boy, look here.
Bucket neck.
Listen,
All right, family, we're going to be reading in the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, and we're going to start the reading in verse 23.
Yes, sir.
Is everybody there? Let's get some understanding, family. For I have received of the Most High that which also I delivered unto you, that the Master Yeshua, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread. And when he had given thanks, he brake it, and said, Take, eat, this is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me.
Sir.
After the same manner also he took the cup, when he had supped, saying, This cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye as oft as ye drink it, in remembrance of me.
See, because blood is the life of an individual, y'all. That's what we have to keep in our mind. The purer we keep this blood, the better off we'll be. And the only way you keep this blood running cool is to lessen sin getting in the blood, because sin is disease.
Exactly.
That's what sin brings, disease into your blood. Y'all, these heathens ain't out here chasing no melanin. They looking for the blood, the righteous blood to give them life. They can pump melanin in them all they want. What that's going to do but make him black?
Right. That's it.
No, we talking about what gives life eternal. Boy got meals like, boy, look here, I might say that for later. They're going to get some more phone.
He's trying to put you to sleep in there.
It's a feast day, don't knock.
Hey, I told Mama, I say, Mama, you can always tell when you ain't around. Just look at how we eat.
Yeah, absolutely.
As opposed to when you come.
Verse 26.
Yeah.
For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he comes.
And seeing y'all, this is what we're talking about. If you impatient, you're going to drink from another cup.
Right.
See, we have to keep this continual routine to make sure we stay on point with the Messiah and there's no new Messiah popping up. Because they're going to switch cups on you. They'll have you drinking and they'll say what's in the Bible. Say, no, it ain't. It's frog legs chicken.
No.
It ain't going to never be.
No.
So y'all, let's get some more understanding.
Verse 27.
Where you going, short legger? Hey, where you going? Your granddaddy gonna be back here. You go sit down over there. Because if I go get him, you know it's gonna be trouble. Have a seat.
Yeah.
Let's get some more.
And that's just on the way. You ain't lying. Verse 27.
Yeah.
Wherefore whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily, shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Most High.
See, and you see what you're guilty of? The blood. So you can drink sin to yourself. If you're drinking this, but you got another doctrine in your mindset.
Right.
You got playing with all these new doctrines that 1 Corinthians 4 talk about, doctrines of demons. That's what's going to happen when you sip from another cup. Because you're offering it to them. As Paul tells us, look, if they say it's of demons and devils, don't partake in it at all. You cannot. And y'all, if we're not up on our game on these scripts, they'll have you sipping from another cup so quick. Have you buying books off the internet of strange heathens talking about they got prophecy? And they got it wrote down nowhere. Let's get some more.
Verse 28.
Yeah.
But let a man examine himself.
Let a man do what?
Examine himself.
Y'all, ain't nothing better than self-examination, looking right in the mirror. Self-check, because you're going to have to, it's going to be self-checking at Judgment Day, unless you think you can get out of it by bringing up a new doctrine. Ain't going to get you out of Judgment Day. And y'all, let us be clear. The law is the light. It's the only way we can see our way. Once a Negro say the law has been tampered with or we can't trust the law of the Most High, we are to deal like Psalm 138, 1 and 2, because the hatred is not at us. They're actually hating the Father now. That's right. The three that bear record in heaven. Because you're saying he's so weak now that the devil can take control.
That's right. You're giving more power and credence to his enemy, to the adversary, than to the creator of the adversary.
How you ever gonna draw near to him and you don't trust what you read? Let's get some more. Go ahead.
That lamp is flickering.
That lamp is flickering like it's about to go out.
You can't see nothing.
Look
because
here.
all you seeing it is in blinks.
Yeah. And you
So
hitting
you
on
ain't
it
saying nothing.
like that flashlight and click it on
Going out.
and that light still yellow, then it dim on out.
And when you do that, you ain't moving. You can't
No,
move
you can't
because you
move.
can't move. You ain't seeing nothing further beyond where you at.
Boy, look here.
So even you stop moving. So if the law is not the lamp no more, there's no more movement in your life. You are a walking dead man.
Oh,
You dead. There's no movement. Where you going in the dark? You just groping.
feeling like a blind man, huh?
Yeah, that's all.
Look, it's quiet in the house and you kick on the exhaust fan instead of the light.
Right.
You done woke up everybody. Now go ahead, bro. Where we at?
Verse 28.
Yeah.
But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread, and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily, eateth and drinketh damnation to himself.
What he bring to himself?
He eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Most High's body.
Not discerning the Most High's body. You mentioned the Messiah, but he said, many shall come in my name,
Right.
saying I'm Christ. He said, I don't know you.
Right.
You sipping from that cup right there. That look like a lean cup.
Uh-oh.
You got 2 cups in there, ice, look like Promethean, what that cough syrup cup?
Promethazine.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's called demon juice. Don't come around here with that cup.
The wicked potion.
Uh-oh.
Let's read some more.
Verse 30.
Yeah.
For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep.
Because it's going to put you to death. Drinking the wrong cup.
Yeah.
And it's getting so outrageous now, man. They sipping from any cup. It's just like a wine head in a club.
Yeah.
When the lights come on, he just starts sipping leftover drinks off the table.
Yeah.
Before you gotta get put out.
Right, cigarette butts and all. And he like, well, what's that? Is that a mint down in the bottle? No, that's a cigarette butt. Well, it's got to go.
Yeah, it's going down.
The alcohol will kill it. Let's get some more.
Verse 31.
Yeah.
For if we would judge ourselves,
Who we got to judge first?
we should not be judged.
See, because the only way judgment happens is if you check the law about yourself. Am I falling off?
Right.
Am I sipping the wrong cup?
Right.
If you judge yourself, you can't be judged. That's what Matthew 7, is talking about. Judge not lest ye be judged. If you don't examine yourself first, how you gonna be the doctor on somebody else?
Right.
And then the doctor you going to, you ain't sure if he graduated or not or what he been practicing on.
You going
Because
in.
your doctor, you say, mine tampered with, so yours got to be tampered with together. So we go to the bad doctor together.
You up in your doctor's office and he got a book in there, Doctoring for Dummies.
Yeah. Doctor for dumb. He's studying what now? What you say was wrong with you?
Yeah, what you-
Let me look that up. Get some more of that.
No.
Verse 32.
Yeah.
But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Most High, that we should not be condemned with the world.
Right.
Wherefore, my brethren, when ye come together to eat, tarry one for another. And if any man hunger, let him eat at home, that ye come not together unto condemnation, and rest will I set, and the rest will I set in order when I come.
Because he has to, because we'll get to the point that where all we do is show up when it's time to eat.
Yep.
And y'all, that's going to be a problem because, you know, your hand be up high and you're hollering swallow wine and no, you're swallowing from the wrong cup again because you think this is just a smorgasbord.
Yep.
Let's keep this moving, y'all. Let's get right into Matthew 4:1 and we're going to see the cup we're speaking of. And he told us when you drink from this cup, it's like kryptonite to the devil. He can't take it. But it can't be a cup that you're saying the light is dim in it. Because you're going to be looking to spice it up.
Right.
With something. No, this cup don't need no chasing.
All right, family, we're going to be reading in the book of Matthew, chapter 4, and we're going to start the reading in verse 1.
What's that noise?
Your grandson.
Y'all got them things up loud? Who got that up loud? Huh?
I thought we was at Judah's wedding. The Centuria going on. The
Mariachi
I
band.
was at Tolliver's Lounge somewhere.
They had the fiesta going on downstairs.
Yes.
Korea or something.
No, I hear that again. That's outside, ain't it? That's out in the hallway.
That's all
ain't it?
right.
Y'all ain't got no volume up over there, right? Huh? What that's at? It's coming through that door?
Up there by that restaurant probably.
That's his phone.
Oh, okay. Well, you can't get out that door, Zed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know my ears ain't playing tricks on me. Oh, okay. That's you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why they looking like they getting the free case. I'm sure they're like, man, I ain't did nothing.
Y'all talking about fruitcakes, but y'all go fruitcakes.
And I'm all like this. It was the big one.
Let's get it,
I
y'all.
was at Tolliver's Lounge back in the day shooting pool. Too young to be in there, but they let me in there to shoot some pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that deep voice. See, that's
Yeah,
why they
yeah.
let you. I'm 13.
Yeah. Put his quad on there.
He got his next game.
Dime, 10 pennies, and a nickel.
I'm next.
Yeah, I'm next. The book of Matthew, chapter 4 and verse 1.
What it say?
Then was Yeshua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil.
What led him up into the wilderness?
The Spirit.
See, y'all, this is what we're talking about. No flesh led him up, but the Spirit of the Most High led him up to be tempted of the devil. And when you look up temptation, you say, well, your Lord say he don't tempt with either. Why is he tempted? There's two forms of tempting in the Bible. One will say a trial, and one will just say temptation of the devil. No, this is a trial of the Lord. See, because the devil want to get at you at the spirit. He don't care about the flesh. He wants that spirit. Let's get some more.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, If thou be the Son of Yah, command that these stones be made bread.
You see how he come? He coming after your desire of the flesh.
Right.
Satan don't come technically for the spirit. He challenges the flesh, and it tells if it's really your spirit that's searching for. Because he'll come with a fleshly lust. Hold it down back there. Hey, grab them cups from him, y'all.
That's his water bottle.
Just ball. Oh, this is water bottle.
I can't have no water down.
Yeah, you can have some water. I thought he was just squeezing the cup. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone.
What shall man not live by?
By bread alone.
Uh-huh.
But by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yah.
See, and that's why we have to understand it's not what goes in you that defile you.
Right.
It's what comes out of you that defile you. See, Satan wanted to get fleshly bread into them. And then what would have came out of them was, we got to eat this to make ourselves holy. And the Messiah said, no, not so. It's not about physical bread. It's the word of the Most High.
That's right.
Because you can't put bread in the coffin with you like Egyptology do. They have apples and oranges in there with them. A sandwich in there. Jewels, new shoes. They just think you're going to take that into the afterlife. But we see when they dig them up, what's in there? That old food.
Yeah.
Them same shoes. Go ahead.
Can you get the dust off of that?
Yeah, no.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, If thou be the Son of Yah.
If thou be the son of Joseph.
If Yah.
See? Well, look, this is what the devil knows. See, y'all, this is what we're talking about. You got men out here that's doing what the devil won't do. This is when the devil know he got you, because the devil ain't never said the Bible is tampered with. Not once, and not one instance you can find the devil saying the Bible is tampered with. No, that's his trial for you. That's his temptation for you. But he don't do it, and when you do it, you going lower than the devil. You already his collateral damage. You can't find from Genesis to Revelation. He's the accuser of man. He brings law breaking. You hear him talking to the Messiah, the king. He say it's written. You see where he going? The devil ain't never said it's written that you should hit on some ringing bowls. His other boys say that start new religions in his name. Because it don't matter what you hit on. It's still a rotten cup. Shalom, y'all. Shalom, sis.
Shalom, sis.
Go ahead.
Ain't this Babylon though?
Yeah, it
Don't
is.
Babylon mean confusion?
Oh, boy, confusing all day. Go ahead.
If thou be the son of Yah, cast thyself down, for it is written.
For it is what?
For it is written. He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone.
See, now he trying to convince the Most High, the Messiah, that if you throw yourself off, it's already written that you'll be saved.
Right.
See, and that's what he do to these knuckleheads out here. Oh, man, you get rid of judgment, man, you saved. And the devil saying, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, because you're going to be with me. The devil don't do it. If you ain't never seen, look, what they're doing, all they have to say, as it is written. This is what it is, but they don't do that.
No.
They confuse you purposely. And they do it by games like you on The Price is Right. You get into what's called debate and strife contest. And you get a certain amount of time to answer. Well, if you slow a speech, you through, ain't you?
Right.
If you stutter, you're going to run out of time. And then to the victor go the spoils. So now somebody could be promote Egyptology or some dumb doctrine, and they're the winner now because you didn't answer in a timely manner. Y'all, these are the type of games that are being planned that men are finding themselves in. That don't mean study to show yourself approved. How fast you can answer. You can't answer a full question inside of 5 minutes. You have to understand it perfectly. There's 4 sides to a situation. How you gonna put a time limit on that? Teaching may go to 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. You ain't got no time limit to answer a question. With all of this left over on the other side, you're gonna be short anyway. Let's read some more.
Verse 7.
I said this.
What you be saying, Elisha?
I wish I said this. I should have said that.
Before time ran out. You need to make sure time don't run out and your heart stop. Because ain't no prayer for the ancestors in the grave. Don't y'all believe that foolishness? They can't pray for you. When you dead, you through.
So,
Let's read some more.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
Yeshua said unto him, it is written again.
Y'all see the conversation that's going on? It's about the written word of the Most High.
That's right.
Had the devil once said it's been tampered with?
Nope.
Has he ever said, well, don't believe that because the pause and pen of the scribe and got in there? You can throw yourself off the cliff.
he never even told Adam and Eve it was tampered.
Never told him that.
He just asked them, what is your understanding towards it? Because without understanding, deception is made, is created through ignorance.
And it shows you how bold the devil is. He coming to the author of the book.
Oh, look there. Why are you going to start below that?
Right.
That's why I'm talking about these peons that join these little foot soldier groups. Y'all captain know what it is.
Right.
Foot soldiers. Who live with foot?
Not only that, the demons even said, oh, you come to persecute us
before the time.
So they already know what the end game is.
Right.
But you're going to choose the side of choose the losing side, and we already know what the end is.
Yes, yeah. Let's get some more.
7 again.
Yeah.
Yeshua said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the master thy Elohim.
That's right.
Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain,
Boy, he really pouring out the riches now, ain't he? Go ahead.
and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then saith Yeshua unto him, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Yeah, in today's language.
Then said Yeshua unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy Elohim, and him only shalt thou serve.
Y'all see that? So he straightened them out right away. So why would you serve anything less?
Right.
The moon, the sun, the stars, crystals, anything else lesser. The universe. The devil will give you the universe. And you think you got something. You ever seen any light in the universe but the stars? So he can even give you the light of the kingdom, where he's still showing you it got you in utter darkness, don't it? It's still always dark out in the universe. Let's get some more.
Verse 11.
Yeah.
Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him.
So y'all, we see the process. If you withstand the devil, the angels are standing right there to help you. They'll come and satisfy anything you need. You just got to ward him off. And the only way you can do it is just continue to say, it's not written, say, you need to get on away from here. And he knows he'll just try to wear you down. He always comes in threes. You think he gonna just give up after you say one thing? No, he come with a new angle. You see how he's writing, he's reading from tempting of Eden, from tempting of being in harm's way, and then the last one show you all the riches of the world. You want the cover of Hobo magazine, don't you? You want the cover of Jimmy Jam's favorite group, don't you? You want all them covers. So he keeps showing you this. You want this, don't you? Yeah, I want all of it. He ain't never seen the kingdom. He wanted to go up there and see what it was like. How he gonna offer you what he ain't never seen? Let's get some more.
You want to go to
No, we
Exodus?
good there. Yeah, we're going to some Exodus, y'all. 3, 6 through 8, y'all. And we're gonna get deep into this cup, y'all. And what we're gonna see is the true understanding. Pure blood make you live longer. They're not taking no flesh. When they're testing you for disease, what do they come and get?
Blood.
You can't test it from nowhere else. They checking you to see who's that baby daddy. That's still blood. Huh?
They do hair checks, hair follicles, right?
Well, that's just to see what you got in you.
Not for DNA.
No, we're talking about life. Yeah, they'll test her and see if you've been,
They test that
partaking
blood.
in some against
That's
the company
drugs.
rules. But blood is the key.
DNA, they go straight to the source.
Blood is the only thing that show up under their infrared lights. What you got?
Before I retired, they would give us 60 days before the drug test, so they give you a chance to clean yourself up.
Yeah.
So what happened was, this one guy, they took tire, urine, and they took your fingernails.
Yeah.
So this one guy shaved all this hair off his body.
Yeah.
And they say, before you go, let us clip away your fingernails. And they find him.
Couldn't get it out of there.
They find him. So they say it takes 6 to 8 months.
It takes that. And blood is way longer than that. Anything. Once they holler blood, you know you in trouble.
And a fingernail is a bone.
Yeah.
Fingernail is a bone.
See, so they can get on the edge of the follicle because that's where it sets at. Because you have ducts, so to speak, that when you fast and you do different things or you sweat, toxins come out of these areas. You sweat from that, so they know it's standing there or whatever you taking settles in them positions. But blood is a whole new, different level of what we're speaking of. It tells the life of man. Shalom, Sister Karen. It tells what's going on in your life. They can tell you how much sugar in it. They can't do fingernails and do that. Hair follicles, they can't tell you if it's something going on with your kidneys. They can tell if your kidneys is not filtering the blood like it should.
Blood will tell you everything.
Blood is the life.
Right. Give you a full report. It's the diagnostic of the body.
And like you hear Levi Raphael always talk about how blood, new cells come every 120 days. Well, if you keep getting bad doctrine in you and you keep doing that, those cells will not cleanse themselves and they'll start to multiply bad cells. Next thing you know, you got disease in yourself. Let's get some more.
We ain't trying to push it off on somebody else.
On somebody else, yeah.
Elisha's going to be reading in the book of Exodus.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Remind me.
Yeah. He was still in commentating mode, right?
Exodus what?
Chapter 3, 6 through 8.
Exodus chapter 3, verse 6. Exodus chapter 3, verse 6. Moreover, he said, I am the Elohim of thy father, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Isaac, and the Elohim of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon Elohim. And the Most High said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters. For I know their sorrow, and I am come down to deliver them up out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land, and a large, and unto a land flowing with milk and honey.
What is that land flowing with?
Milk and honey. Unto the place of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppressed them. Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt.
I want you to go on down.
And Moses said unto Yahweh, who am I?
What Moses say?
Who am I that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt? And he said, certainly I will be with thee, and this shall be a token unto thee, that I have sent thee. When thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt, ye shall serve Yahweh upon this mountain. And Moses said unto Yahweh, behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, the God of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them?
So we see this is covering everything in this cup, even about the name of the Most High, because he just told her, I'm the God of your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And so when he's talking about a father, he's talking about that covenant that's made with that father. You know, so, and this is where he's saying your fatherhood starts with this individual. This is who y'all will be renewed from. We can't go back to Adam because we're still trying to fix what Adam broke. We have to go to an individual that the Most High said he kept all my commandments. He's my friend. That's the Father. Y'all, with this 4th of July coming up, they show the power and why George Washington is called the father of this nation. Do you know inside the Washington Capitol and what's called the Washington Monument, that obelisk, it has his picture up there, and he's painted as like God, with his right hand men on his side. They say he was elevated to God. And the cornerstone, they did it just like an offering. They poured corn, oil, and wine on that first stone. Yo, they know what these processes are. They know when you set something down, or like they hit that shit with the bottle. Y'all, those are actual rituals.
Yeah.
A lot of things you see the Bible say, offer the corn and the wine upon the altar. You would actually just put corn on there, pour oil on it, and fire would come down and hit it. They actually followed these same processes with George Washington. Y'all look a little bit of the, and not only that, but do y'all know there's no mortar? There's no glue. There's nothing of the sort holding that obelisk together. It's held together by friction and gravity. Smooth stones fitting perfectly together with no mortar. Because they got it from the dark side. They know how it was. The pyramid was built the same way. Those pyramids can never be duplicated by mankind.
Right.
You see another pyramid somewhere, that's not the ones that was formed in Giza. Or Gaza, is that how it's pronounced?
And see,
Giza.
and the one, they have one that they actually stole from Pharaoh's entrance that sits in Central Park. One of the actual ones from Pharaoh's entrance to his kingdom in Egypt. They stole it, and then they resurrected, they made replicas around them. But the Washington Monument is set there to resemble Egypt.
Yeah.
And the demonic forces that help Egypt in its reign as being a superpower on earth. That's what it's all marking. That's why all of Washington, D.C. is set up like a Masonic, Masonic order and everything, because it conjures up demonic powers and influences from the dark side right there at D.C. Right there at that obelisk. And then you'll see at night it has a illumination at the top of it.
Yeah, right.
Just like the obelisk in Egypt did.
Yo, it's marking, it's portal entrances. There's a lot of things going on, and George Washington was the Freemason in this country. He was the first president Freemason. So all of that stuff is geared toward his behavior, and you go in there and look up, he's on the ceiling of that in a white robe, like he's God.
Like he's the Messiah. But also,
And it's on his money, ain't it? With his picture saying who we trust.
in God we trust. And not only that, he was inaugurated with his hand on Deuteronomy chapter 28.
Oh boy, look here.
Not just on the cover of the Bible, but specifically on Deuteronomy chapter 28. He swore into office on that particular chapter. Look it up. So what is that saying? He understood the prophecies befalling the children of Israel, and he said, yeah, I will do my duty to uphold this prophecy.
Yeah. Like the king of Babylon when he had us, like the king of Assyria, he just saying it's my turn now.
And D.C. ain't even part of the United States.
No,
Right.
it's the District of Columbia.
You ain't just, boy, look here.
They can't even vote for the president. But that's where the president at.
And surrounded 98% by Hebrews.
Yep.
They ain't worried
Keeps the
about-
tornadoes
They know
out.
ain't no tornado coming there.
Keeps the hail stones out.
Yep.
And they know these things, y'all.
They use us as a scapegoat, as their protection, as their shield.
Yep.
Human shields.
Where we at? What verse?
Verse
13.
no.
I'm sorry, sis, you was trying to call when you went to that other door, didn't you?
Verse 15.
Okay, yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 15.
Yeah. No, 14.
Yep.
14.
I kept saying 13. Y'all don't believe me?
Okay, you did, didn't you?
Well, it wasn't 13, it was 14.
Right.
Yeah.
You finished 13.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, I am that I am.
Uh-huh.
And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am hath sent me unto you.
See, y'all, because it's not about a name. It's not about a name you can call him. He just say, just tell him that. But we see, he say, I'm going to have you show him signs and wonders. That's going to show, we can say any name, y'all. The devil acclaim he's the God of light, won't he?
Yeah.
He masquerades as an angel of light. So it's not about a physical name or a name you can look up and we like this. this is not a holy name roller doctrine.
Right.
See, all that is Hebrew Christianity if you don't understand it. You can say Yahweh Shah, Yehoshua, Ahia, but all of those are titles.
Yeah.
He just told you, one, my name is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He said, well, then just tell them I am. Because it's not going to come down, because they ain't going to believe it no way, no matter what you tell them. These people have to see and be made to understand. Because we got camps out here that teach Yahweh really means Baal, the devil. Y'all know it's a group out here teach that? What we going to do about that? And then they find another one, and then you got, but the law stands supreme. Satan didn't ask him one time, what's your father's name?
Remember them sisters that I had met and they was coming down here, they stopped coming because we were saying that.
Yeah.
They claimed we was calling Baal.
You call him Baal, and when we run that Psalm 138 on them, they ain't got an answer for. His word is above all his names. And his word is the law, statutes, and judgments. Go ahead.
They say the same thing when you say Lord. They say Lord. They say,
See, all that's what's called word etymology. It's all called word etymology. What it is to make you look at a word and think you're dead wrong, that it means something else. But you can't do it with the law, because it's a truth and absolute. When you say stealing, can you make the act of it something different than what it says?
Right.
If you change it to say it means this, but the same action is to put your hand on property that don't belong to you, I don't care what you change it to.
That's why the Messiah was always asking, who do men say that I am?
Right.
Because it had nothing to do with his name. It had to do with what he was bringing forth, which was the law. It was about the substance that he was bringing forth. It had nothing to do with the name. That's why you're like, well, who do you think I am? Who do you say I am? And they say, we know you the Messiah. We know you the son of the living Elohim. For the simple fact we know about what you've done.
Right.
The things you've done, no man on this earth could do. That's why Nicodemus believed.
Yeah.
He was like, no, what you doing can't no man on earth do these things except he come from God.
Right. So he had common sense. For Sister Karen, what you got?
He honors his word above his name.
Absolutely, that's what we're talking about. His majesty, look, you can say his name and be into all kind of wickedness, but you can't say his law and be into wickedness and don't be judged by it.
Right.
And that's what we want to get into this cup. If you drinking the cup of word etymology, you sipping from the wrong cup. What you got back there, bro? Yeah. Too bad.
Got a question in the chat. Donna Carter asks, is the 10 horns of Rome connected to the United States past presidents?
Is the 10 horns wrong?
Is the 10 horns of Rome connected to the United States past presidents?
Past
presidents?
Past presidents. Yes,
Well, no, I mean, just have to get into the book of Daniel, y'all, and Revelations to break that down. It says this is what's going to happen. So you know this king, this is what's going to happen. None of those kings may not even be in those prophecies yet. But notice it don't name a king, it names events that's going on.
Right.
So you don't be chasing the name. Go ahead, Lisa.
Yeah, you just have to follow the events, the prophecies of those things, of those kings, or those horns, and you know the prophecies attached to each horn.
Right.
Because it gives no specific names. Because in the times that those prophecies were written, these modern day names weren't even created.
Right.
But the prophecies aren't going to differ from, you know, the prophecies are going to go down the same way they were written. Just like, you know, there were nations that fell off and other ones that came in instead.
Right.
There were kings that have fallen off and others rose in their stead. There were popes who were named in the prophecies that have fallen off and other popes who come in their stead. There were like Nero. You talk about these various antichrists.
Right.
You had Hitler, you had Nero, you had Caesar, you know, all these, but you have to follow the prophecies for those particular times or kingdoms or horns.
Right. And we clearly have to understand that, because the problem is with those doctrines of saying it's part of 10 kingdoms, you're going to be trying to find a way of a flea doctrine to get out of America. But just like all of the past, and look, if it says it's going to be just like old Egypt was, Everybody is running to this Egypt to survive.
Right.
Just had 51 people in the back of a trailer died trying to get here. Famine is all over the world. America holds the coin. The dollar is the #1 currency. You can talk crypto, you can talk rubles, but Russia can't even get money out of their ATMs with the money they use. When they put sanctions down, it's going to be just like ancient Egypt. If you will, hold that real quick. Give me Ezekiel 20:33. Because when you mention this in your teachings, and then the next breath you say, run out of America. America was the safety zone for us, just like Egypt. We had to leave the land of Canaan and go to Egypt to survive.
That's right.
Did we not?
Yes, we did.
You can keep running to countries in Africa while you running, they running past you
To get to where
you just come from. I mean, and then you gonna be running in confusion like on the Rakadushi. You know when they had an alert go off and you just see them running back and forth. You be like, what the hell is they running to in that little square block? No direction. Two of them run this way, and then you see a couple more run this way. Get a little bit of Ezekiel 20, start about 33. And y'all, this is why we're doing this, so we get some good understanding. And that is a good question, where are these 10 kingdoms? It explains it to you. They're going to fall off, and then this king, but it never names who those kings are. It only names prophecy. That's what we have to chase, not the name of the king, but the prophecy that's taking place. So whoever asked that question, look at those 10 kings, because it's going to tell you, it's going to identify what is going to take them down, or what is going to be them being exalted or moved around or whatever.
No, come on, give us.
Be grateful. Be grateful.
Oh, okay.
Go around.
Next time, go around. Next time, go around.
He said, yes, sir, they got it. Yes, sir.
Can't be mad at that.
Ain't you mad at that? Yeah.
When you get respect with it,
Yeah, right.
I'm overall, that's a good boy. He can run across the street.
Go ahead, bro.
Respectful with it.
Right.
Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 33. As I live, saith the Elohim.
What it say again, Elisha?
As I live, saith the Elohim. Surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out will I rule over you. And I will bring you out from the people and will gather you out from the countries wherein you are scattered. With a mighty hand, with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people.
Of the who?
Of the people. And there will I plead with you face to face, like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. So will I plead with you, saith the Most High.
So we see the situation, it has to be exactly like it was in ancient Egypt, but the only difference, the entire world is Egypt. So what are you running to?
Right. But you know,
He's saying you'll be in the wilderness of the people, not a common wilderness that we were back in the old days, but the wilderness of the people. It means overgrown, unmanned doctrine.
Right.
That's the wilderness of the people, because we got so many doctrines flying around here. Read 1 Tim 4 again. Doctrines of demons. That's the wilderness we must come out, and we're tried amongst all of these new doctrines.
And they purged out the rebels in the Egypt.
Yes, sir. And we're going to see that too. What you got back there, LC? Right, and plea is not like the plea deal you get in court. That's still guilty when you plead, because you're saying, I'm guilty, but not as great as y'all charging me. Or y'all say, if you take this, then I'm pleading to a lesser charge, but I'm still saying I'm guilty. But when the Messiah say, I will plead with you, it's totally different. He say, I'm handing down punishments. Major punishments. When he say, I plead with you, he say, I'm giving you your charge. It's not that he gonna, come on y'all, please, please just do right so I can look like y'all God. Please. No, he ain't doing no pleading like that.
No, because he said, I will plead like I pleaded with your forefathers in the wilderness. He dealt with Dathan and Abiah and Korah. And the earth opened up its mouth and swallowed them up and all their belongings.
In the wilderness.
To Bible.
Leslie Greer is asking, so is the wilderness not a physical place?
No. You're in the wilderness right now. We're reading it now of the people like as it was in Egypt. So we see the old. This is the new one.
See, a lot of things we have to take. Now we moved into a spiritual realm of prophecy. So a lot of the literals that was literal back in the day has become now metaphorically now, today. So the wilderness is no longer a physical place like we were in Egypt, but it's more metaphorically,
Yes.
meaning the whole earth with corrupt doctrine.
Yeah.
So that's when in Ezekiel it says all tables are full of vomit.
Yeah.
No clean place. It means the whole earth is full with false doctrine and false messiah.
Yeah.
So that's what it's meaning, the wilderness of the people. Every place is corrupt. The whole earth is corrupt with doctrine, with corrupt doctrine.
And the rebels must be purged out.
We finna get to it. Go ahead.
Verse 37.
Yeah.
And I will cause you to pass under the rod.
See, this is what we have to be concerned with wherever we go.
Yeah.
Wherever the wilderness, you still are going to be
get to that
tried. The wilderness not a safe haven like some are making. They'll go to the Isaiah Sea. Well, then that would be the kingdom. If there's no pain there, if you're eating good, how are you calling what's a wilderness mean? Overgrown without care or what you would say nourishment of the surrounding or plants. That's what a wilderness is. It's overgrown. It haven't been manned. It haven't been tilled.
Destitute of life.
You can't find salvation in wilderness. We couldn't even find it in ancient Egypt in the wilderness. 3,000 died in the wilderness. We warred with the Canaanites. We were warring through getting all the way to the promised land. That was wilderness too of the people because we was fighting against them.
Right.
The safety zone was when we got back to Jerusalem.
And those people had doctrines that we were fighting against. They
Yeah.
were worshiping different gods, had different doctrines. So now we're wrestling against the same thing, different doctrines and different gods.
Hit that 37 again, Elisha.
And I will cause you to pass under the rod. And I will bring you into the bond of the covenant. And I will purge out from among you the rebels and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn. And they shall not enter into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am the Elohim.
So he's saying he's bringing them out of all the country where they sojourn. He said, I'm going to bring you here and plead with you. But there's no place on earth that you can get. It's 40 million of us here, they say, in America. Israelites. You got 11 other tribes. And if you do 40 million of them times 11, that's almost 500 million people. Where are they going to go? Both good and bad, and hide from the Antichrist. I mean, you name the place then where that's going to be possible. Because then you got a gathering from only one corner. And not four corners of the earth. We were only one place in ancient Egypt, and we came out of there. That's where he got us from. But now he said, I will gather you from the four corners of the earth. If you in Jerusalem, you're still got to be gathered. That's why Matthew 24 say, if you be in Judea, flee to the mountains. For the mountain going to split open, the Mount of Olives going to split open, you're going to run down in there. See Zechariah 14, it'll start about verse 6. If you be in Jerusalem, flee to the Mount of Azazel. It's going to split open and then it's going to close back up because every warhead on the planet is pointing toward Jerusalem. Everybody got their warheads turned toward Jerusalem because whoever controls Jerusalem controls the world. Whoever controls Jerusalem controls the world. It's been the fight of every doctrine on planet Earth since it's existed because it's the navel of planet Earth. And the immune system is in the navel. So all righteousness, health, and healing comes from that. But that navel is pausing now. It's got a bad hernia in it. And they're called false identity thieves in the land now. They got the navel sick. you can wear kulaks, men, up to the black part of your rear end and walk down the street of Jerusalem. The navel is sick. What you got over there, Michael?
I was just gonna say, it reminded me, you said so many gods within the city. It reminded me of, I think, Jeremiah chapter 1 or 2, when it said, many of you is in the city, it's about many of gods there is.
You talk about Jeremiah, I think 21, where it's many of your cities or your churches or your temples erected to Baal.
Yeah.
As many as your
That
streets.
too, but I think he said in chapter 1 or 2, when the weeping prophet Jeremiah was asking him, he was like, I forgot how it said something about, many as you are in the city, as many as gods that you made.
Yeah.
That's why we got to run out. That's why we got to run out, y'all. We finna see what cup we were drinking in Jerusalem that got us thrown out. We poured out the good wine.
Yeah.
We poured out the good bread, and we say, give me that cheap R&R. Give me some of that E&J.
That don't satisfy.
Right, that Irk jerk and rough and ready.
It looked good because
It
we
looked
like
good.
the way the other nations drink
It,
it.
yeah, yeah. And immediately when they drink it, their clothes come off, so we like that drink. Let's read some more.
Even after seeing the miracle walking through the Red Sea.
Boy, look
they
here.
still did that.
Still want that cup, that other cup. And it wasn't about a name, y'all. He told Moses, stand back and see the wonders of the Lord. He didn't have to say one name. And look, can you find in the Bible what Christ ever called his Father, his name, and what a Father ever called the Messiah, his name? Or do they just say Father and Son? My father said, and he proved what father he's talking about because he started quoting scripture. Satan knew what father he was talking about. He said, your father did this, your father gave it to me. And he quoted these scriptures. Didn't quote from no strange writings. Let's read some more.
Verse 39.
Yeah.
As for you, O house of Israel,
Now we're talking about us. Go ahead.
thus saith the Elohim, thy power. Go ye, serve ye every one his idols, and hereafter also, if you will not hearken unto me, but pollute ye my holy name no more with your gifts and with your idols.
With your gifts and with your idols. You can't fool the Most High. You think because you playing with a device, you're talking about, you're trying to pollute him with your idols. He didn't instruct us to use crystals as worship. You can't find a priest using them. They always were as a representation of something that was beautiful, and he would kind of attribute it to you, but never to worship. And y'all, this new doctrine that's springing up now, men get your children, take them from their mother, or you men, if you got new wives to have children, run the children off or kill them. See, they're taking you're like a lion. Look, this is what they're saying. They're saying, aren't we like the lion of the tribe of Judah? And when lions come to a female that's already got cub, the male now kills the cub, and then he have his own body of children. They're actually loosens or watered us down to a beast now. All we were to be is just compared to the king of the jungle. Not to be take on its traits. Just to be compared to the most powerful beast in the kingdom. But notice it's a beast. And what they do now is they're teaching that doctrine, run them chillings off that ain't yours. But Sirach don't say that. It says if you come and find a woman that has children, be a father more to the children than a husband to their mother.
Wow.
Because we got fatherless and children. Ain't that what our system was set up for? But y'all, that's these doctrines going forth, and they close around us that's teaching that madness. Get rid of the children and have them by your children, because your stock got to be pure. That's somebody else's stock. Whoa.
They also use that to justify multiple wives. Saying
Absolutely,
that
absolutely.
there's more than one wife, and she's the one that goes out to hunt for food. And if it takes her too long, the lion will kill one of the cubs that's left her with.
I don't care about your Ford. I ain't your daddy anyway.
See, that's when we become base men.
Oh, baby boy.
Our instructions become base men, mean on the ground. The lowest possibility that we start to do or to follow after beasts. So now beasts are our God. It ain't never told us that. It just as a representation of something, that how you look at it. But then he said, but when you come to the kingdom, the gold y'all see now, we can't even bring this gold in there. The gold in the kingdom is transparent. It's so pure, you can see straight through it. It has zero additives. Everything now is something carried. It's not 100% gold, and you can't see through it anyway. Pure gold you can ball up in your hand like aluminum foil.
Real soft.
Y'all, we can't be misled by these new booty doctrines just trying to have you control your house like a beast. Like a beast. Let's read some more.
I guess if you keep telling yourself you're a beast,
You'll start acting like a beast, huh?
Verse 40, you want to go down in this? Ezekiel?
Before we go. No, you can hold that. No, let's just see. Oblation, sanctified for you. Yeah, going down to 44. 44, yeah.
Verse 40. For in mine holy mountain, in the mountain of the height of Israel, saith the Most High, there shall all the house of Israel, all of them in the land, serve me. There will I accept them, and there will I require your offerings and the first fruits of your oblation with all your holy things. I will accept you with your sweet savor when I bring you out from the people and gather you out of the countries wherein ye have been scattered.
See, gathered where you've been amongst the people. So that's telling you the wilderness is on the four corners, not just in America. If you go to America, you still got to be gathered from wherever else you run to.
Yep.
Ain't no safety zone, ain't no location salvation.
I just put that in here.
You know, if that was the case, your mind would change. You wouldn't take that bad behavior to a new location.
Right.
Y'all, do y'all know what they doing down there in Demona? Sodomy. They right now tied up in court cases of the children saying the elders down there run their wife off and they have the little boys come over.
Uh-oh.
And this one testifying, telling them it's time for daddy's milk. And they in the Holy Land. Ain't no location salvation, y'all. Go ahead, bro.
They went over there and did work too easy.
They doing exactly what got us run out of there. They went back and doing the same thing. And what you're trying to do is overpower who's in control of the nation right now, and they still got you on the outskirts. You still in the ghettos of over there.
Right.
You out in a desert, in an old rehab training facility for their soldiers.
Leaking
Radiation.
Right.
Because the nuclear reactor is right next to it. And the only reason they put them there is so that reactor wouldn't get bombed. They're only used as assistant to that nation to keep other nations from shooting a rocket over there.
So now they use the Negroes over there as glow lamps.
Hey, glow lamps, yeah.
Street lights.
Wow.
Who had a question out there?
That ain't new.
Right.
But real quick, y'all, I just wanted to hit this what we had just mentioned, Sirach chapter 4, and I'm just starting at verse 7. And this, y'all, is just what we talking about, be a father to the children more than their mother. I'm just going to pick it up at verse 7, Sirach chapter 4, verse 7. Get thyself the love of the congregation, and bow thy head to a great man. Let it not grieve thee to bow down thy ear to the poor, and give him a friendly answer with meekness. You can't just beat up on the poor because they ain't got nothing.
Right.
It say, be glad to give the ear to the poor, and that means poor in spirit as well.
Right.
Not lord over them.
That's right.
Deliver him that suffereth wrong from the hand of the oppressor, and be not faint-hearted when thou sittest in judgment. Be as a father unto the fatherless, and instead of a husband unto their mother, so should instead of a husband unto their mother. Let me read that again. Be as a father unto the fatherless, and instead of a husband unto the mother, so shalt thou be as the son of the Most High, and he shall love thee more than thy mother doth. See, if you show that love to somebody else's child, the Most High will love you more like that than your own mama will.
When you think about it, that's how we was raised, where the neighborhood raised us.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? They took the fathers out of the home and stopped other people from raising the children.
Right.
So now you ain't got no daddy, you just running ratchet.
Yeah.
You ain't got no guidance. Just now you being raised by bitter, emotional women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all, that doctrine of get rid of the children, we see here they say opposite, though.
Yeah.
They say be a father to them children that don't know where they daddy at.
It could turn our world around, starting with them children. That's what they was doing in the desert.
See,
In the
because
wilderness. He was purging out the rebels, raising up the children in the truth.
that's right, like Joseph was to Christ. More of a father to him that married a mother. Took a lot of abuse about that. But yet they want to run him off. Let's get some up. Where we at?
Verse 42.
Yeah.
No, it's 41 again. I will accept you with your sweet Savior. When I bring you out from the people and gather you out of the countries wherein ye have been scattered, and I will be sanctified in you before the heathen. And ye shall know that I am the Most High, when I shall bring you into the land of Israel, into the country for the which I lifted up mine hand to give it to your father. And there shall ye remember your ways.
What we gonna do?
Remember your ways and all your doings, wherein ye have been defiled. And ye shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for all your evils that ye have committed. And ye shall know that I am the Elohim when I have wrought with you for my name's sake, not according to your wicked ways, nor according to your corrupt doing. O you house of Israel, saith the Most High Elohim.
So y'all see the gathering is from the four corners.
Yes, sir.
Ain't Jerusalem on one of them corners?
Yeah.
So where you gonna be gathered from there and go where? That's the question, ain't it? That ain't for us to ask. If you think you're going to be gathered and you coming out of America, if you go to Israel, there's going to be a gathering there to take you somewhere else. The four corners of the earth is not like old Egypt. America ain't that, and America got an embassy in Jerusalem. So they're affiliated. It's still Egypt. They following the same laws. America is their muscle. It's their fighting power. It's their army. Where we at? What you laugh about, 2 bites?
Oh, you peeping that? There's something going on over there. You got a couple people that, don't agree with what we're going over right now.
Well, tell them to run
Let me finish what I'm doing. Brother KC Field say, I agree with Marcus Garvey saying we should go back to Africa because of the destination. I know it's going to happen when all is said and done, though. And I say,
Go back to Africa.
right, I say, no, he said, if I live long enough to see it. And then Leslie Greer say, KC Field, I think that's a brilliant idea. So I say, so you'll take the word of Marcus Garvey over the word of Yah? And then he said, absolutely not. I say, that's what you just said.
That's what you just said. Marcus Garvey talked about Pan-Africanism. He said, mix it all together. We just see this saying, oh, house of Israel. This is not for no other nations. He's going to prove to them nations. Marcus Garvey didn't have a clue that it was Egyptians that held us in bondage first.
Right.
That treated us worse than this nation ever thought about treating us.
Marcus Garvey wasn't a descendant of slaves either, was he?
He was Jamaican.
Jamaican, but what we're talking about, if you go back, this is what we're talking. You have no clue of what they're doing over there.
But the dude he was starting his own little black nationalist movement. He wasn't about the scriptures. He was about a movement, a black nationalist movement. It was no different from what Malcolm was talking about.
Yeah.
No different from what Farrakhan talking about. No different from what all the so-called black leaders were talking
Benjamin
about.
Carter, Hugh Lyon Mitchell.
Nationalism. That's all. Pan-Africanism, which is unifying all the countries of Africa, which have multiple doctrines and multiple gods.
Individuals said they didn't mean it like that. I just meant it would be nice to go to Africa.
Would it be nice? Oh, okay, well, y'all ain't reading right.
That's different.
Get your airplane ticket
Ticket
and
and
go.
go. But look, if you on papers, you ain't going nowhere. To have us on paper, got a plea deal. You gonna have to have a passport. You just can't get on a plane and run there. Who money you gonna use? They want this money. Understand that, y'all. They want American money.
That's right.
The key of how you know those nations are successful is if their money over there in Africa spends well here.
Telly is being chased every day by little Hamites over there in Africa.
That's what he said.
Hey, what y'all doing?
Oh man, they chase his car because they think he got all money.
All money.
Because they know he's from America and they want that American money. Little children at his car every day. Give me money, give me money. He like, look man, I ain't got no money for you. What y'all want? Y'all chasing my car like he a celebrity. But they want that American dollar.
All the oil they got over there, Saddam and had American currency.
Look, Saddam, who's a true Muslim, found him hiding in a hole with 750,000 American U.S. $100 bills.
He didn't have Saddam bucks.
Look, no, he didn't have no Saddam bucks. Look, and this is what we're talking about. You're on the run and you got your enemy's money in your possession. You finna put the mother of all wars on America, but yet you got their paper. It don't make sense, y'all. We're not saying don't go back and visit. I would like to visit the four corners of the earth myself. But y'all, famine is finna hit this world. And this nation is in charge of the world because it controls Fort Knox. And what we're talking about is gold will be the only money standard on planet Earth. If you ain't got no gold, you ain't gonna have no money over there, over here, or nowhere. Do you know Fort Knox sits on $300 billion? They say that's how much gold they had, and they say that's the most in the earth because most of it ain't even been pulled from the earth yet, or what do they call it when you mine it? It has not even been mined yet. So y'all, we have to get that understood. Y'all, what's it's going to take to survive? You're not going to take 3 years of survival over there on a plane, are you? What you going to do when you get over there if you get stuck over there? If it hit when you over there, what you going to do but go into super survival mode?
And then them tigers and lions looking at y'all like, yo, y'all look good right now.
Look, we don't want to make it sound like we're saying don't go, but y'all have to understand it was them who sold us to the Europeans. You think them ain't your enemy because they the same color?
And they want you back now because you got that American dollar. You come over and spend with them. Come back. We make it good for you.
Brother.
You win.
Right.
You want money now.
You want that paper? Who's on that paper they want? What's the picture on that money they want?
Them heathens.
George Washington. Do you know down in the Amazon jungle, you can pull up a ruble, you can pull up a Jamaican money, but when you flip George Washington up, they point to it. There it is. In them grass drawers. That's what we need.
We don't need the grass draw.
So, see, there's no more. But this will get it done.
We ain't gonna have to wear no grass drawers with gold.
Cotton draws, they get that American money.
The World Bank is in Washington, D.C. The World's Bank. The financial, how gold and everything move is here in the United States. They control the world's economy. They make sure who eat. We send you wheat, you will have no bread, you have no medicine unless you get it from us. We ain't worried about war with you. We'll stop your supplies.
Fort Knox is not owned by the United States neither.
Right. And the Federal Reserve is not a federal entity. It's a
them
business.
towers so they can get that bouillon out of them towers.
Out of them towers. Y'all have to understand, y'all, gold. Look, when America was in World War II, when they set up the soldiers packages, when they were sending them overseas to fight, they put 2 bullions of gold in their satchels, just in case they get captured or just in case they get, lost or something out in the woods. They gave them gold coins because everybody knows what that is. Mm-hmm. It's the Most High's money. It's planet Earth money. Silver can be watered down to some, but that second Ezra that we get into explains money. It say silver can be turned to the lesser, iron can be turned to the lesser, but gold can't be turned lesser to anything.
Right.
But gold.
And that Bitcoin, I just saw a story on the news, the world news the other day, where somebody hacked into one of those Bitcoin joints and hit them for $100 billion. But is it really $100 billion?
No,
if it's
man,
just electronic money?
That's about $13 at Dollar General if they say we'll give cash back.
Right, if.
$13.
Yeah, boy. But that's what you think about what is real money.
If we don't follow the program, look, so we just keep overlooking all of the Babylon scriptures that say, go there, take ye wives, build ye houses, till I come and get you.
Right. Yeah, we do, because what it is that provoking of jealousy.
Yeah.
What it is provoked to jealousy, and they're mad because many are losing faith that I'm gonna die before it all happens.
I gotta make my kingdom now.
Before they had visions from false prophets or false teachers that said, oh, it's gonna happen in your lifetime, and they're not seeing it happen in their lifetime, and health is declining, and so faith is weakened, and damn, it ain't gonna happen in my lifetime, and I might not see it. Well, you never had faith in the beginning.
Period. Because Job wasn't worried about
if
seeing.
If you looking for hope seen is not hope at all.
No, it ain't. How you gonna hope for what you already see?
And that's what it comes down to.
That ain't no hope,
faith.
is it?
There's no faith. There's losing of patience.
Look, y'all, ask yourself this.
Most I said, don't be weary of doing good. You'll have your reward in due time.
How many of the plagues How many of the plagues hit Egypt and we were still there?
Every last one.
Every last one of them.
And when they sent ambassadors over to see what Moses, and they looked in the window and they was chilling and eating and drinking and hollyhocking, and they're like, this Negro's chilling. We dying out here.
Every plague, all 10 of them, we were right there. The only instruction we had was to put that blood of the covenant on your doorpost so you would be protected. If you didn't do it, you got swept up in them plagues.
So now we need the blood over our doorpost right here.
Of our heart while we're here. And the plagues will fly over you. No weapon formed against you can go there. How you gonna run to where these plagues are coming from? Where you think monkeypox coming from?
The monkeys.
Right. What you got here? See, y'all, we got to get moving. Go ahead.
Y'all be funny from 1619 to 2019. As soon as something happened, they were right just immediately held up to the vaccine house. They were right ahead before year one.
Scripture says, don't be a homeborn slave while we spoil. We just run to and fro to destruction. Upon destruction.
Thinking one thing, think the grass is greener on the other side. You're going to run from where the Messiah say, I got to take him down in front of you. What, you want to look and see him take him down? Is that what you want to see? Don't happen like that. You have to see the wonders of the Lord while you there, and then you escape the furnace. If you out, then you'll be saying, well, he didn't technically save us. That Marcus Garvey plan really got us over here while he destroyed him. He won't get the glory, y'all. He got to knock this champion on his rear end while we're here, and then he'll tell him, now let my people go, like he did Pharaoh. Pharaoh finally said, let him go.
Please let him go.
Open the jail process up, and this is the biggest thing, and we're going to move on. That flea doctrine does not have a program for all the people that's locked up are in jail on a free case. All we asking y'all is what's the program for them, or we just gonna leave them here
And one guy told us, yeah,
on a free case?
they didn't deserve it.
Y'all know how
They
many
don't
people
deserve
y'all,
it.
you know, they say they railroaded my uncle. Your uncle gonna be in there watching y'all leave, and ain't no program for them to get out. Who gonna go to Pharaoh and say, and let them Israelites out of jail on them free cases? All the ones that committed crimes anyway, all of the whole house of Israel got to go. It can't be one Israelite left in this land.
What about when the Spirit opened up all the jail houses and all the prisoners went free?
But that's what happened, didn't it?
So you saying that won't happen with the Most High? See, what they saying is that the Most High's arms too short.
Too short. He got the Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. They like this. He can't save from where he at.
Them CeeLo Green on them.
Boy, look here. Hey, come over here. Just come over here. It's crazy talk. Yo, and it's no disrespect if you understand that.
Right. But they don't get no redeeming.
But the problem is, look, what else did we take out of Egypt? Who was buried in Egypt? Joseph. We didn't even leave the bones there. And y'all talking about running and leaving people in jail. We didn't even leave his bones in Egypt. Took him out of there. Because he told us, don't leave my bones here. Y'all come get me and take me back home. And that's what we did. Dug him up and throwed him on a cart and was running with him through the Red Sea. And we gonna leave people in jail. All I'm saying is, I'm not saying y'all wrong. All I'm asking, and I've been asking, we've been asking for 10 years, what's the program to open the jails and juvenile up? Because you got 80% of us in there. So the only people leaving with y'all is the people that's just technically free, as we call it, able to walk the streets. What do we do with those people that Pharaoh let out of jail? How are we gonna do that? Just explain, how do we do it? Or is this just a program for the free? Then you have no love for the poor we just talking about.
You ain't got no love for nobody.
No.
That's a selfish doctrine.
Oh, what
You
is
ain't
it?
got no faith because you trying to run.
Right. That's it.
But we ain't saying don't visit. Hell, I'd like to go over
I'd like to go visit.
to Hawaii, over into a few other spots and just see what it's like.
Mind dropping in no telly.
Yes, sir.
Over there, God.
But Telly didn't have that type of begging over here. Chasing his ride.
Yeah, running up on
He ain't got no grill in the back of that truck. Do it? Oh, okay. Let's get some more.
You say little children imitating rappers that they see on TV. We say he had to ask a little girl, what's all this hand movement you doing? Say she just quickly just so maybe I might get myself in trouble doing all that.
Y'all, we ain't never said what you can do. You have liberty. You can do whatever you want. But if your program and you coming from the Bible and it's got to be like Egypt, well, Egypt opened up every door in Egypt and let us out. Unless your program is talking about open up every door, ain't no need bringing it this way. You can sip that cup somewhere else. What you got, bro?
It's powerful to use liberty instead of freedom.
What happened?
It's powerful to use liberty instead of freedom.
Yeah.
Because if you say freedom now, we ain't talking about that. Liberty, you know.
Is somebody still in charge over there?
Right.
Them Africans play dirty. Like they run kulaks over there. They don't like that homosexuality. Right, that's what you
a lot of Africans come to America and they start labeling us, calling us African Americans, and Africans say, y'all niggas don't even know where y'all came from.
Look, they would never call themselves African Americans. Never.
A lot of them won't even call themselves Africans.
And a lot of them, when you tell them who you are and you know the truth, they don't treat you the same. No.
Sure don't.
They start giving you the respect.
Start giving you the respect, yeah.
They either gonna give you the respect or get the hell
Or they gonna get away from you.
Yeah, one or the other.
Because they figure you gonna persecute me.
Right.
And they'll tell you your nose is weak.
But I mean, what does that mean? That mean, because I was familiar with, we were being called African Americans when African people would come over here and look at people call themselves African Americans saying, you niggas don't know what y'all are.
Absolutely. I mean, we make movies about it, so it's not common language. Look, y'all, we're not trying to deter you from what you want to do. Just don't try to bring the scriptures into it and they don't line up. All we're talking about is make sure it's chapter and verse. And then we're not stubborn or hard-headed that we saying we don't see it. But if the script say the second Exodus must be like the first Egypt, the slavery is the same, ain't it? Yeah. Ain't we doing 400 years like we did there? So how do we switch the game when it comes down to now it's self-deliverance?
Right.
Since when did it switch to self-deliverance?
Because the prophecy said, no man shall save you. No man shall deliver you.
Or redeem you.
Or redeem you. So this is a prophecy set forth by the Elohim himself. And only the Elohim, he said, whatever he shut, no man can open.
Right.
And whatever he opened, no man can shut. So whatever he decreed, no man can turn it back. It's not coming back to him void.
Exactly.
So he said, this is the decree set, this is the decree that's going out. And no man's going to make it void. And it hasn't been made void. Every brother that tried to bring us out of bondage was captured and hung and killed. Every last slave insurrection was quarreled and they were killed for treason or whatever the case may be. It never went down. No one has ever been able to deliver us from our set, punishment. It won't happen until the Elohim comes and redeems us and his glory is given by the whole world.
Like he who the sun sets free is free indeed.
That's right. Run this real quick, y'all. We're going to move on because we got to get back to our lesson. We run out of time. Give me Jeremiah 42. Start about verse 9.
Jeremiah chapter 42, verse 9.
Yes, sir.
Everybody there?
Okay.
Then called he Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces which were with him, and all the people from the least even to the greatest, said unto them, Thus saith the Elohim, the power of Israel, unto whom ye sent me to present your supplications before him. If you will still abide in this land, then will I build you, and not pull you down, and I will plant you, and not pluck you up. For I repent me of the evil that I have done unto you. Be not afraid of the king of Babylon.
Be not what?
Afraid of the king of Babylon.
We don't care nothing about Donald Trump. We don't even pay no mind to what's going on. That's white folks' business.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Of whom ye are afraid.
Of whom what?
Ye are afraid.
Be
not afraid of him, saith the Elohim, for I am with you to save you and to deliver you from his hand.
Who with us to do that?
The Most High.
Yeah.
And I will show mercies unto you, that he may have mercy upon you, and cause you to return to your own land. But if you say, we will not dwell in this land, neither obey the voice of the Elohim our power, saying no, but we will go into the land of Egypt.
What we saying? We're going to run off?
We're going to Egypt.
Yeah.
We're going to Africa.
Yeah.
Where we shall see no war.
Well, we shall see no war because everybody talking about America's on the target list. They're on the target list. It's coming for them. It's coming for them. Let's run over here where we'll see no war. Go ahead. What else is
Nor hear the sound of the trumpet. Nor have hunger of bread. And there will we dwell. And now therefore hear the word of the Elohim. Ye remnant of Judah.
Ye what?
Remnant of Judah. Thus saith the Elohim of hosts, the power of Israel, if you wholly set your faces to enter into Egypt and to go to sojourn there, then it shall come to pass that the sword which ye fear shall overtake you there in the land of Egypt.
Where it gonna overtake you at?
In the land of Egypt. And the famine whereof ye were afraid shall follow close after you there in Egypt, and there ye shall die. So it shall be with all the men that set their faces to go into Egypt to sojourn there. They shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, and none of them shall remain or escape from the evil that I will bring upon them. For thus saith the Elohim of hosts, the power of Israel, as mine anger and in my fury have been poured forth upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem, so shall my fury be poured forth upon you when ye shall enter into Egypt, and you shall be an execration and an astonishment and a curse and a reproach, and ye shall see this place no more.
So y'all keep reading and get deeper, but what we're talking about, Messiah say, where I put you, you stay there till I come and get you. Don't y'all know when we used to, if we got dropped off at the mall or at the movies, your parents say, be out here when I get back.
Right.
Now what happens when you somewhere else? Get your what tore
You're in
up?
trouble, bro.
Oh, you in trouble.
I told you to be in front of this door when I come back to pick you up.
This time.
What you mean you over on King's Highway?
You don't want to finish reading?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm finna say,
Go
please
ahead.
read it out.
Go read it up.
Read it out, right? Yeah, he done got it going and then he don't stop.
Verse 19.
Yeah.
The Elohim has said concerning you, O you remnant of Judah, go ye not into Egypt. Know certainly that I have admonished you this day. For ye disassembled in your hearts when ye sent me unto your Elohim the power, saying, pray for us unto the Elohim our power. And according unto all that the Elohim our power shall say, so declare unto us, and we will do it.
That's right.
And now I have this day declared it unto you. But ye have not obeyed the voice of the Elohim your power, nor anything for the which he hath sent me unto you. Now therefore know certainly that ye shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, in the place whither you desire to go and to sojourn.
Where you desire to go and sojourn. He said, look, what kind of God would I be? I put you in that place and don't come get you like I said. That would be like you just strike out and start walking.
Right.
You know, your parents told you, I'll be back at 6 o'clock. 5:58 don't mean you leave. 6:01 don't mean you leave. Y'all, we hard head, like the script say, a stiff-necked people. Don't run back to your enemies. Do you know them were your enemies first? Let's read some more. Oh, we through with that, right? Let's get right back to this. Where y'all going? Okay, all right. How you been? I thought y'all had them car keys.
Going back to Ezekiel.
Yeah. No, we finished that Ezekiel. Let's get right back into the lesson. Exodus, what was that, 16 and 1?
Bro, got a question. I'm trying to
Well,
find
bro,
out.
and y'all, please, y'all, worldwide audience, don't think we mocking y'all anyway or we're going against the program. Y'all, we have to stick with it. If you don't, new doctrines are coming up every day, y'all. They're going to have a new one, tell you to flee over here to China. Wuhan City, y'all, they say ain't no COVID in there. Well, COVID started there.
But he just said something. He had a question. He said about what do we think about predetermination, and I asked him to clear it up a little bit for me. I see he said something down here. I asked that because not only the book of Revelations foretell events to happen, but there are precise numbers determined of the two-thirds Hebrews casted out and 1/3 receiving. What's the question now? What's the question? What do we think
Predetermination
about
saying that,
predetermination?
well, what he basically saying is, if 2/3 gonna be destroyed, 1/3 that's already, the problem is, you just make sure you ain't in the 2/3, because he said the 2/3 won't enter for unbelief and disobedience. So as long as you're not in unbelief and disobedience, you're going to be part of the 1/3 that is talked about. Look for a stone in your hand. And we're going to hit them scripts today.
Right,
But
but
it's going to
then-
come down to eating again. Go ahead. What's up,
Even
bro?
if you're part of that 1/3, don't mean you getting in. It's gonna be a remnant.
See, and that's what we just read. A remnant of Judah.
Yeah.
Still got to pass.
See, because them that's gone chasing other gods, they already wiped out. Now we got to get to the rod because of their love for other nations and want to blend in with them. They're what's called benefit believers. It's like you on an airplane, then you love God.
Right.
And like that comedian Patrice O'Neal say, he say, I'm the best server of God when I'm on an airplane. He say, I see an old lady struggling with her. And I say, Griffin, let me get that up there for you, man. Thank you, Sonny. And then when we land, she said, can you get there? He like, no, lady, I get my blessings up in the air. We on the ground. I don't deal with the ground stuff. Let somebody else get the bag off of her. I just wanted God to see me right up in the air. But we back on the ground now.
Yeah, he said,
Get them back there to get your luggage out of there.
the 144,000, why is it exactly that number?
144,000 are not all of the people that will be saved. 144,000 are like the 7,000 men of Israel that never bowed a knee to Baal. When Ezekiel thought he was the only one, he said, man, player, I got 7,000 men that nobody don't even know where they at. The 144,000 or 12,000 from each tribe, excluding Dan. You got to answer for why Dan ain't in that number. What did Dan do not to be included? So you got them, and then Revelation 14 go into more detail and say they are without fault before the throne of God. It don't mean they ain't without sin. They're without fault, and no guile is in their mouth. And guile means to trick you with the scripture. Let trickery come out your tongue. Play the one witness game with you. If you don't know it's supposed to be two witnesses, they'll dominate you with one. It's like, and look, they won't even let you get on board playing dominoes unless you know the rules. But guile will trick you. Like when he saw Nathanael, he said, an Israelite indeed with no guile. Now he could be one of them 144,000 because it say they were redeemed from their earth. We could be one of them if we get our mind together, but the only thing maybe stopping one of us is if we were in love with another God before. If we were already a Muslim, that X's us out. But that don't eliminate us because we got Revelation 6 and 9. Then I saw another number, which no man could number, of every nation, kindred, and tongue. Now we'll slip into that unless you know you one of them 144,000 and no guile that came out of your mouth. If you've never tricked anyone with your tongue, see, so when you understand it from them perspective, you can say, well, I can take what I got, but I'm not the least of them. It's like Paul say, I never walked with the Messiah, and I wasn't elevated from a disciple to an apostle like those 12 would be that's going to sit on 12 thrones. But I'm not taking away from my apostleship because I'm on the lower end of them brothers. I still take that I'm an apostle, and we still take as we are serving, even though we may not be included in the 144,000. That's not the remnant. Because if we the sand of the stars of the sea that he promised to Abraham, 144,000, if you add that time, what's 144,000 times 2? 288. So what you're telling us in a whole number, 288,000 Israelites have to die if it's only 144,000 left. 288,000, 288 million, is that thousand Israelites? It's 40 million of us here.
They even covered all of it.
Right.
Yo, the math ain't even adding up when you try to do those numbers. Look, that 1/3 may be replacing 1/3 of the angels that fell, because it's still 2/3 up there that never fell. And if we don't be resurrected, if we be resurrected, it say you should be as an angel. So will we be filling that 1/3 to make heaven back complete with its hosts of the resurrected? But Isaiah 4:1 say, but those that remain of the living, they gonna repopulate Israel and get it back like Adam was supposed to do, to have children in righteousness. We still got to have that core group. That core group could be the 144,000. We're not knowing, y'all, but it's too much out there for you to narrow this down to that and the requirements of 144,000. No guile found in their mouth. They're male virgins. If that's spiritual, that means they never tempted or danced around another God at all. They're free from ever hearing about another God, to let their practices come into them. Not only that, it's no guile. And until everybody looks up, now that'd be some good word etymology. Look up guile and see if you can turn that into something else. And see, don't it just explain whatever it is in its origin. Go ahead, brother.
Same individual in the chat, Casey feels as so there are going to be people still born who are determined for salvation, and those born who are determined or destined for damnation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Well, not in the kingdom.
Right, not in the kingdom, in the earth.
So,
Go ahead. Give me the next question.
then the next question is, what about even fast? I think she means
Feast.
days, where we spend time with each other. You can say 2/3 of the people in the room won't make it,
Yep.
and a third will just
We say that all the
We say it all the
We
time.
say that all the time.
I'm not understanding that.
Just making sure that you say, like, we're at a feast day.
Yeah.
You
In the
looking around at
kingdom?
not here. And
Okay.
you look around at everybody, you say, hey, y'all, 2/3 of us ain't gonna make it. Might not make it, but 1/3, and that's what it is. We gotta understand that just, all you gotta do is be the best servant of the Most High. Right, because like my brother,
And look, y'all,
That's right.
because that's cut y'all, bro. Because his church is the bride. When you go through the churches, he tell you, I have a problem with this church because it got a spot in it. I got a problem with this church because it's got a wrinkle in it. Clear up the wrinkle and clear up the spot, and we'll fix that church. Messiah said, I'll fix that church. But you have to clear up the shortcomings wherever you at. But when we talk about 2/3 in this room, it's talking about 2/3 over all of Israel. You know, because 2/3, if you looked at it from his disciples, 2/3 would have been his 12 disciples. So that would have been what? 2/3 is 8 disciples, right? So it would have been 4 disciples that wouldn't have made it. When you're looking at it from that perspective, it should have been 3 more with Judas. If you're looking at those numbers like that, y'all, we don't want to get caught up in the number game. We want to get caught up in the instruction game.
Exactly.
And it says, if there's no guile in your mouth, if you never tampered with another doctrine, you have not been defiled by women. That's a biggie right there. You
Except
better
your-
hope that's spiritual.
except your righteousness exceed the righteousness of the Pharisees.
Yeah. You better hope that's spiritual, because if that's the case, all 3/3, is it a 3? All of us will be done. Men in here, men in here.
He said 3/3.
You say, is it 3/3? Yeah.
What you got to, Mike?
So now they're asking, so predestination doesn't exist, or predetermination, I think is what they try.
What do you predetermine? The end from the beginning? I mean, that's the deal. When he told Adam 5,500 years before we get this back right, that's what's predetermined then of how it's going to go down. If you're asking predestination is, if what you're saying is, how I know I'm going to be one of them. Keep the commandments and you'll be one of them.
Right.
That's what the scriptures say.
Right.
If you don't keep the commandment, you won't be part of the 1/3 of the remnant. You'll be part of the 2/3 that's cast out. So your job is to keep the commandments. Go ahead,
Ain't
sis.
no predestination for salvation. I'm sorry, sister. I just want to say.
Plain and simple, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Don't look at the speck hanging out your brother's eye, and you got a pole hanging out yours. Start with the man in the mirror and ask him to change his ways.
That's when you got to start.
So because everything about salvation said, if a man does this,
Right.
if a man does that, it shall, or he shall. Because as long as there's breath in the body, the man can turn from his righteous ways and become wicked.
A living dog is better than a what?
It's gonna be last.
You know, there's no predestination to salvation,
Right.
except for with Christ.
Right. If you just think about it, if it's locked and loaded in your soul, you say, I could be that 1/3. Just keep it moving. Keep your hope that I'm a 1/3. That's what hope is. Hope is evident of something not seen. But you're
That's
practicing for it. So you don't practice for being a 2/3. That means you're going to trust false doctrine.
Right.
And you going to water yourself down to say, well, hell, maybe I am that I can't seem to get it right. No, you can't get it right because the devil keep coming at you with your lust.
Right.
If you check your record, you look in the mirror, he's getting you with the same lust. Now, if we run the record on what keeps you out the kingdom, if you're not doing this, you will be 1/3 in that kingdom. Run 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Run that real quick. What you got, Tom? Real quick, y'all, then we got to move forward. If you're not doing these, then you're predetermined to be in the kingdom. If you're doing these, you're predetermined to be what the Pharisees was going to be.
It's cold outside. You got plastic on the windows.
Yeah.
There's holes in the plastic.
Yeah.
Don't you need to start plugging them holes?
You need to plug them holes up. Or that's just plastic whipping on the windows.
Yeah. You can take that plastic down with a knife.
Yes.
So metaphorically, with the kingdom,
Yeah.
you want to be one of the 1/3.
That's right.
You're supposed to be elevating to graduate
Right.
every chance you get.
If your drawers ain't got no elastic in them, when you bend over, what's gonna show?
Your crack.
Will you be shooting the moon or an eclipse? It all depends on your cup.
Yeah, the broke plumbers look.
Let's catch up on this. Where we at, y'all, real quick?
Chapter 6.
Huh?
1 Corinthians chapter 6, 19.
You what it say?
First,
Go ahead, Zed.
I thought somebody else was for the read. I don't want to step on nobody.
You ain't stepping on nobody's toes,
Go
no.
ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, we sure. Oh, you heard?
See, and y'all, when we get into the predetermination, what happens is they say, well, if God knew David was going to do that to Bathsheba, why he let him do it? Because we have what's called free will. And look, when your parents, you got 2 children, your parents determine or predetermine where one child gonna go. Because they tell you, what happened, ma'am? Next door neighbor. Yeah, one of your children came in here and got Earl's keys and rolled off with his car. Your parents already know, well, that's Willie Jr.
Yeah.
Willie Jr. up at night, we have to threaten him to go back to bed. But this boy, I know he wouldn't do that because I watch him. He followed the rules to the letter. He come home and do what I do. And not only that, but he helps me out in areas that I may have forgot. But this child of mine over here, I don't know what to do. I done beat him. I done took things away from him. And his head is just hard as Bokeem Woodbine and Jason Leary. I just don't know what to do with it. What you got with it, stuff? We finna get that 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. You get these off of your list, you a candidate for the 1/3. Go ahead, what it say?
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God?
What the unrighteous shall not do?
Shall not inherit the kingdom of God.
So let's get predetermined right now. Let's predetermine ourselves right now, according to the law, because he's just telling us what will determine or predetermine you get to the kingdom or not get to the kingdom. What else it say, Zed?
Be not deceived.
Be not what?
Deceived. Neither fornicators.
Neither fornicators, number one. And fornicator is the beginning of unlawful sexual intercourse, both spiritual and physical. Fornication is the banner. Underneath fornication, you got adultery, you got bestiality. And if y'all don't believe this is common, Google this right now. It was just in the Daily Man. Mayor of this country just married his alligator.
I seen.
Please, somebody look it up right now if y'all think I'm lying. The alligator got on a wedding dress. And there's a priest right there, and it said you may kiss your bride. I'm talking about it's a whole host of people marching behind it. It's a wedding ceremony. So under fornication is adultery, bestiality, tricking Hebrew women to tell them because you're a handmaid, you're a sex slave. That's underneath there too.
Is that the tricking with the tongue you got me with?
Your boy, look here, all of that. And bestiality, pedophilia, all of that falls under fornication. Tree worship, idol worship, all of that's under spiritual fornication. Fornication is the banner. And then you have whatever's underneath that.
The very first one was be not deceived.
Be not deceived.
The first one is be not deceived. Don't fall for false doctrine.
Right.
First and foremost, be not deceived.
Did y'all look that up? Is it out there?
Yeah.
What did it say right there, Pastor Levi?
Mexico mayor.
Read a little bit loud.
Mexico mayor marries alligator dressed as a bride in age-old ritual.
Oh, is
That's
that
an age-old ritual. That's an age-old ritual. Don't have ways of the heathen. Bestiality is finna hit here, and Nick Rose gonna be involved in it.
It's already hit over in Europe. They already passed laws over in Europe that they can marry their pets. That's been passed over 5 years ago. They have been doing it about 5 years ago. They've been marrying their dogs and poodles and cats and all that over in Europe already.
And then they say he kissed the bride. Then they say he kissed the alligator. Yes, in Ohio it's a brothel of animals. You pick which door you want to go in. It's a cow, a sheep, a goat.
Little shop of horrors.
Boy, look here, y'all. Let's get caught up, y'all. We running out of time. Where we at?
Oh, it's a baby alligator. Okay, I thought it was a full-grown alligator.
Boy, look here. No, look, it's gonna be. Look.
The tables will turn.
Look. Look, that fornication, he really gonna have to say don't use no teeth.
Damn, stop.
It's wicked.
Stop. Let's move on.
Hey, he do it. He bringing them young too.
Youthful marriage, y'all. But y'all see how far the rabbit hole runs, y'all, when you're around the wilderness of this people, y'all.
Got on a veil.
Look. What you got like that, Tom? We got to move on. Go ahead, bro.
They so wicked in this society that the scripture already foretold, as it is written, that there are evil ones out here that wish to slay.
What y'all doing in that bathroom?
Using the bathroom.
Okay, go ahead.
There are evil ones out here. The scripture says there are evil ones out here that wish to slay, such as be upright conversation. And that's what that shot is. That's what that shot is. They finna control conversation.
Well, y'all, they can only, no weapon formed against us.
Shall prosper.
See, so y'all, this is what we have to understand. I don't care what shot they make. I don't care what they do. If you're keeping these commandments, it's just bouncing off you.
That's right.
Yeah.
It just bounce. When you disobey, that's your kryptonite.
Yes.
Let's read some more, y'all. Let's get this caught up. That's 6 and 9 we at. What it say, Elisha? Who had that?
Deceive.
Neither
fornicate.
Neither who?
Fornicate. Nor idolaters. Nor adulterers. Nor effeminate. Nor abusers of themselves with mankind. Nor thieves. Nor covetous. Nor drunkards. Nor revelers. Nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. And such were some of you, but ye are washed.
But we are what?
Washed.
How are you washed? It said washing by the water of the word. That's how you get clean.
That's the blood and water.
You can't get clean by nothing else. That's fake laundry detergent. Ain't gonna do nothing. Still musty up under the arms. Shirt look clean.
No, yellow rings.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's smelling just like poke fried rice. And think your shirt is clean.
When extra you shouldn't be smelling like poke fried rice.
Plantation the other day, boy.
He probably eating poke.
Well, y'all look. So y'all, those are felonies. Those are death penalty sins. And now look, what it said, as some of you were. So while you have breath in your body, get rid of that felony.
Right.
That won't allow you into the kingdom. So that's 9 felonies out of 613 laws, plus statutes and judgment. But it's saying if you get them 9 out the way, you can work the rest to perfection. But these 9 right here, these are major felonies. These are death penalties to the Most High. And what it means is if you're practicing them, like when he talk about in Isaiah 66, those that eat swine's flesh and say they're sanctified, and you got that poison in your vessel. He say, when I come, that means you're eating swine up to the second coming. So you won't listen to what nobody say, you're practicing. Somebody tell you about fornication, you're practicing wickedness. That's what it means. You may say, damn, I used to do that, or I'm still doing that. Let me get rid of that. So that felony, just like we watch and move around felonies around her until we get so crazy that we start listening to doctor. Oh, I can do that felony standing on my head. No, you can't. No, you can't. Not even in your sleep. Nobody wants to do that time.
You can't do no felony.
You in a cell 6 by 9, 23 hours of the day. How long you think you gonna last?
You better be checking your misdemeanors.
So in other words, this better not be a choice of your practice of living.
And see what we call sin practice is called wickedness. That's what elevated to double. You don't care what the law say, you're going to do it anyway. So then there's no repentance of it. So that's why it's saying if you're practicing these when the Messiah come back, don't even look that way. Don't look that way. Turn and look that way.
Be Lot's wife.
So you can predetermine the rest of your life by just keeping the commandments.
Well, he said the laws are accomplished in the first two.
Right.
Because love works no ill towards your brethren or the Most High.
That's right.
So, in just like he says, you get rid of those felonies, you be all right. But if you commit those, you already predestined to damnation.
Yeah.
If you have not Christ, you condemned already. If you have not Christ, you die in your sin.
Yeah. And look, everybody talking about fleeing to get away from this nation killing you. Tell us, how do we flee fornication then?
Right.
Is that physical or is that conscious?
Youthful lust. He said flee youthful lust.
They say flee fornication, yeah, and youthful lust. Where do you run off to that those youthful lusts go away? Is it Six Flags and you say, oh, over here by the Tom Twister. Get some girls and some shorts, and I ain't even aroused. I done fled fornication. It's over here. And then you start sending letters. Flee fornication, come over here. It's over here. See, you only use word etymology, and that's what I'm talking about. Word etymology. It's a trick game.
Yeah.
How then, if you're going to flee America, how you flee fornication? How do you run off from it? I'm talking about, do you pack your bag and where do you go to flee? Fornication on your shirt. It's on the back of your shirt.
It's in your mind.
It's in your mind.
It's
So
going with you.
it's going with you. See?
It's like your shadow.
Yeah,
Everywhere
it's
you
right
go,
there with
it's
you.
right with you.
Right
If you
with you.
can't beat it in your mind, you might as well give it up.
Give it
It's
up.
right there with you.
Because it's soon going to show its ugly head wherever else you at.
That's why the Most High verse says that you can even lust upon another woman. You don't have to actually physically have.
That's the mere thought.
Yeah, you can have it
If
in
you
your
think it
mind.
in your mind, as
You
a
already
man thinketh, so is what?
Yeah.
So is he. If that's on your mind all the time, you're sitting in the classroom. That's why I call youthful lust. You sitting there in the classroom daydreaming. She said, Willie, come to the board and work this problem. You're like, no, I got to take the zero. Because my shirt ain't long enough to cover up the problem.
That's when you put your hand in your pocket.
Look here, I'll take the zero. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get caught up. So, y'all, predetermination is not the Most High playing a trick on us and already know who it is, because that would make him an unrighteous judge. It's like people saying, well, the law didn't exist till Mount Sinai. Then what did he judge Sodom and Gomorrah on? What was the stench that he said, I smell that stench from them 5 cities?
Shit, what did he judge Adam and Eve?
Look, yeah. And Lot said, be not so wicked, brother. That means with the practice sin. Man, y'all can't do this to angels. Now y'all want to do to them what the watchers did, huh? Y'all want to do that now on this side of the flood.
I was Abraham called his friend.
Oh, boy, look here.
Because he did what he said.
What was he obeying then?
That's right.
Let's get it, y'all. We running out of time, y'all.
You done with that first?
Yeah. We got to get caught up, y'all.
What did you stop at, Zed?
23, didn't it?
23?
That's where we got to stop.
22 was the last one.
1 Corinthians 11, we're going to finish that up. Now we in Exodus, y'all. We way past that. We're in Exodus 16 and 1. Y'all, because we finna get into that immortality food. Y'all, what we're talking about is the bread of the Most High, which is his doctrine. If it's tampered with, you got leavened bread. How can you believe you're being made whole with something that's half? It's impossible, ain't it? And so far, we still waiting on anybody to tell us where the devil commanded us to break the law of God and never tempted us with breaking it. That's what we're looking for.
where he said it was no good, it's tampered with. Well, how can he accuse you if it's tampered with?
But that's
What are you gonna accuse you with?
look. They're gonna go into court. That wasn't my pistol.
They throw it out if it's tampered with.
Huh?
Ain't no law breaking at this point if it's tampered with.
If it's tampered with,
they
ain't
throw
no.
it out.
Look, what they're saying is ain't no judgment, and that's what they're trying to get rid of because of those felonies we just read that they're practicing every day.
Yeah.
If you teach a concubine or a handmaid is a sex slave, that's a fornication teaching, and you need to get rid of judgment so you can continue doing what you're doing. Go ahead, Tom.
Man, there's a dude 6 feet something, tall as Mike IL on the Metrolink platform with some stiletto, gold stiletto. Gold stiletto, a blonde wig, and a diaper on.
And a diaper.
With some big old earrings. I was like, oh, that shit.
Well, look here, it was some brother sitting there like, shallow half, come on, boy, that's fine right there.
Man,
If there wasn't no lights on this train, there'd be trouble.
that was terrible.
There'd be trouble.
That was terrible.
Boy, look here, he dressed up like because his people lusted after that same outfit. They told him, meet me on the train. When they go under the tunnel. Exodus 16:1. Oh, no. We're gonna move it on up. We're gonna go 16:1 through 4.
Exodus chapter 16, verse 1. And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came into the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness.
See, y'all, so the wilderness is not a safety place because you got half of Israel arguing about it in a place that's supposed to be where they say it's a safe haven. But you got your own people warring with you in the wilderness. Don't make sense, dude. Go ahead, bro.
And the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we have died in the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt.
By the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. See, to kill this whole assembly with hunger. So as fast as we got out of Egypt, and watching those 10 plagues, that's why he wants us to stay in the land that we're captive in, so he can show you his mighty work. And now he brought you out of Egypt that had you into bondage ain't been seen. This nation's bondage ain't compared to Egypt. He brought you out of this, and you're in a wilderness safe zone, and you still complain. Now let that run out. Stop running.
No speaking English.
Let's hear it.
Verse 4. Then said the Most High unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven.
What you gonna do?
I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them.
What are you gonna do?
Prove them whether they will walk in my law or no.
Y'all see what it keep coming down to? I'm gonna give them bread from heaven. I'm gonna show them another miracle to these whining Negroes. I'm gonna give them bread from heaven so they know it's supernatural. It's gonna rain bread from heaven like snow. Just to see if they'll keep my law this time. Because them 10 plagues apparently they did not fall. Walking through the Red Sea on dry ground.
After they walked through the water and didn't get wet.
And you still dealing with this people, y'all.
That's what you got that for.
Go ahead.
You want to keep going?
Yeah, now you're going down. Yeah, you're going to 12. Yeah. Go Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, verse 5, and it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in. And it shall be twice as much as they gather daily.
Right.
And Moses and Aaron said unto the children of Israel at evening, then ye shall know that the Most High has brought you out of the land of Egypt.
So he's once again ain't saying the name. He's saying miracles, signs, and wonders identify the Lord, not names. Not names. Because one thing the devil can't do, he does magic. He don't do miracles.
Right.
Right now, all y'all have to do is look up miracles and then look up magic. And you will see the difference in the two. Miracles cannot be explained by natural science because it says it's outside of the realm of natural science. Magic is what it is, sleight of hand, demonic activity, but it will never, ever, ever heal or do right. If that's the case, why ain't no magicians up on the 6th floor of the children's hospital magically getting rid of cancer off these children? There ain't no money in it. Go ahead, bro. And if it was some money in it, they still couldn't do it. Hocus pocus. No, my hair ain't grown back yet. Try some more words.
Hocus hocus.
Yeah. Look, abracadabra is the only word you can say in a triangle. It spells the same way no matter how you put it. It ain't gonna help with sick people. It's just incantation that conjure up demons. And the demons ain't there to help. The demons are there to use you. And it's the same thing. You know when I help you, you on the hook for life. You don't get back out of this. I do this one thing for you, you owe me for life. That's what these demons do. And that's what we're trying to stay away from, y'all, because it's still your lust. The devil know you can't, I want all the women on the east side. Well, what you gonna do with them in 30 years from now? Because your flesh still gonna be the same. It's still gonna operate the same. And those 30 women ain't gonna be satisfied with dog water, the last one. Let's get some more. Let's get some more. Where we at?
Verse 7.
Yeah.
And in the morning, then ye shall see the glory of the Most High.
What you gonna see in the morning?
The glory of the Most High. For that he heareth your murmurings against the Most High. And what are we that ye murmur against us?
See, and that's what he's saying. You murmuring against the Most High. When somebody tell you the law tamper with, ain't no need you keep on fighting and trying to get into that battle. They swine. You're casting your pearls before swine. I don't care how long you've been knowing them. I don't care how they used to get down. They're swine material now. And you're not to pray for them. You're not to do anything for them. Nothing. Once they say the law of God is gone out of the way, then their judgment is gone. They're totally defiling and it's guile coming out of the mouth. At that point, you casting your pearls before swine.
Yeah, because what they telling you is the Most High is not the author of righteousness and salvation. You can't trust them.
You can't trust them.
So why believe or even try to talk to them? They telling you not to trust the Creator, the one who created them.
Don't trust that law. See, it's killing people. It's killing people on how they manufacturing it. But what you gonna not do that ain't gonna help you take the dirt now? Unless you're alive when the Messiah come back, and you still may take the dirt now, because he gonna kill and slay when he come here. If you on that doctrine, if you alive. Let's read some more, y'all. Let's get caught up. We got about 35 minutes to go.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
And Moses said, this shall be when the Most High shall give you in the evening flesh to eat. And in the morning bread to the full.
Who giving us that?
The Most High.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
For that the Most High heareth your murmurings, which ye have murmured against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Most High.
So y'all, that's what we got to get in our heads, that when they're saying the Bible is tampered with and the law is tampered with and there's pause and pen and scribe, they're not at us. They way past us, y'all. They way past that. They are at the Most High himself. If I can knock you down, then they'll fall too. They ain't wasting their time with you peons. They already got you in debate wars and you done lost time. Damn, I had 2 more scriptures I want to do. No, you got to be on their team now because you lost the debate.
Don't nobody do that. They don't switch teams when they lose.
They just go away.
No, their doctrine is whoever win the debate, you join their team.
I ain't seen it happen.
I have.
But then I ain't been watching it, so I guess.
I have.
Negroes have a contest between so-called holy books, the Bible versus this other book, this book. How you gonna call these books holy?
I don't watch another man's video, so I guess that's why I ain't get caught up.
Go ahead, bro.
And Moses spake unto Aaron, saying unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, come near before the Most High, for he hath heard your murmur.
He hear all the complaining. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Most High appeared in the cloud. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, at even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am the Most High your power.
See, and let's read what the meal was. It's a common meal. Go ahead.
Verse 13.
Yeah.
It came to pass that at even the quails came up and covered the camp, and in the morning the dew lay round about the host.
See, ain't that 2 piece and a biscuit? See, that's chicken and bread. And who else love chicken and bread?
Israel.
Look, we just hope it don't nothing come out. Now we done had all this other stuff, but if mad chicken come out, it's gonna be a problem, man.
Yeah. What Theo gonna
Boy,
do?
look there. You talking about protesting Roe versus Wade? But look, do we constantly see the Most High feeding us and giving us our complaints? Right. He said, just do it like I'm telling you. But as we get through the rest of this, you're going to see we murmured and complained and still didn't follow the rules.
And not only that, when you go further up, it said he sent these things and we were supposed to gather them in sets, a set rate.
Yeah.
And Israel, like we do, get beside ourselves on more than enough. Gluttony set in. We want to hold over angel foods, cake, manna bread over a day over. Right. It grew mold and worms and things of that nature.
Hard-headed.
Hard-headed.
And that's what he just said again, it's for my law. Y'all, do y'all see how everything keeps coming back to the law? I'm going to see if they obey according to the law. That's predetermination. Look, because he's dealing with the murmur. He said, I'm going to see if they keep my law. If they would just, he said, just focus on what I'm doing for y'all. But because we get so spoiled, we want him to do it for us non-stop and don't ask us no questions.
Right.
See, now treating the Most High like you treat your women. Shut the hell up and just get the food on the table. Shut up, Most High, and just do what you gonna do and quit all that noise. It's the same thing Samuel told them when they wanted a king in 1 Samuel 8. Samuel, they ain't at you, this is at me. So when y'all keep arguing with this swine and casting your pearls before swine, know that the devil is laying back laughing because look, he don't even know who they're arguing about. They're mad at the Most High because their way is not working. So they have to find fault with the Most High to make him equal with us. You think we're going to ever be equal with him?
Man,
and you have no control of your breath?
That's the most wickedest thing you could even imagine in your mind.
Y'all, don't cast y'all pearls before swine no more. And not only that, I have you buying other books and stuff. You go online to buy it to prove them wrong. They don't care about that. You stacking up chips. The manufacturer we got 10 more that's opposing what you guys are saying. Yeah, they're buying the books by the truckloads. To prove you wrong, don't buy that nonsense. This is all you need. If it ain't in here, boy, it's like ragu. It's in here.
That's right.
You gotta spend no money to tell somebody they wrong? That don't make sense, do it?
No.
Why would you go by, real quick, Isaiah 59. Give me 1 through 8 on that, real quick. Go ahead, Thomas, y'all. So y'all understand when you keep buying bread that don't satisfy, it ain't even satisfying them. Because in them books tell them what they can't do. And they say, well, no, we don't like that part either.
But all they books have a scripture in it to try to verify or confirm what it is they trying to prove. And they only know that anything is only confirmed by the word of God.
Yeah.
So they always try to throw a script in the midst of it.
And trick you up.
Like the little Negro at work trying to tell me, convince me of, man, it's all the Bible, man, it's all the same. No, the hell it ain't, boy. Vibrational energy is not the same as the spirit, man. You can miss me with that, bruh.
Right.
All that chakra and all that foolishness.
No, 55, 1 through 8, I'm sorry, y'all. 55. Okay, 55, Isaiah.
Explain to you then something that you already read in the book that he's saying is the same. If vibrations is in the Bible, why ain't I reading it? Why you gotta explain to me something
That's what I'm
not
trying to say. Well, why they didn't mention it in my book?
Right.
I say it's nowhere in my book, and you saying it's the same. Well, why didn't I can't find it nowhere? I say give me a chapter and a verse, bro.
No.
That's all you got to do, and I'll find it.
Because it don't tell us vibration. It
No.
say there's 7 spirits that plague man.
And that's what I told you.
And there's 7 spirits of the
You don't deal
Lord.
with vibrational energy, homeboy. I say you got. I bet you got them sound bowls too. What's that? Oh, you ain't graduated to the sound bowls yet. Huh? I say, but you're talking about vibrational energy and sound
ain't got a
waves,
clue.
but you don't know what the sound bowls are. You still a peon in your little doctrine, bro.
Look, y'all seen that commercial where the boy getting drafted and then the thing fall over and it sound like the Taco Bell. Ding! He leave the draft session to go to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That's what they're training you to listen for sound bites and different things. And there you go running off. You leave everything when you hear the bell ring. Ding!
Sound.
Let's get this, y'all. Let's get caught up. Isaiah 55, 1 through 8. Real quick, y'all. We may not have to go down that far.
No, you just need to go 1 through 5 or 4.
Right, 1 through 4. Real quick, y'all. Isaiah 55. Who got it?
Isaiah 55, 1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth.
Everyone that do what?
Thirsteth. Come ye to the waters. And he that hath no money.
He that what?
Have no money.
Uh-huh.
Come ye, buy and eat. Yeah, come. Buy wine and milk.
What we
without
talking
money.
about today? Ain't we talking about wine and milk with no money? Go ahead.
And without price. Wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfieth not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fat.
What you gonna let delight?
Soul.
Your soul, not your flesh. They're selling you flesh books that satisfy your flesh, not your soul, because they're taking judgment out of it. And you keep buying them books that don't mean nothing.
Right. Going outside.
What else to say,
It
like?
says, incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live. And I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David.
Y'all see that? He said, let your soul incline to the truth, and I'll make sure mercies with you, even like I did with David. But you can't keep buying books that don't satisfy. Why would you go on the net and buy it to prove it to who? They sitting back like this. Got another one buying that bread that don't satisfy. Got another one. Yeah, the paper's stacking up. Because you keep buying bread that don't satisfy.
And you're going to pay your money and that book going to sit on the shelf or go, you're going to throw it in the trash. Because you ain't going to utilize it outside of trying to prove a point.
I bust his head with this. I bust his head right there. See, in that book it say they ain't even supposed to be doing that. He say, well, you stupid nigga, you went and bought it.
You bought it.
What you proving to me?
I bought a couple of books I don't use.
That's what pimps do. They make you spend the money and you still not satisfied. That's what a pimp do to a whore, don't he? All it's gonna be yours. Every alley, every gangway. This is gonna be yours.
backside of that dump.
That old mattress they've been tumbling on. That shit was baby.
You gonna listen to somebody offering you coke bread?
Look here, and then look. That's what a pimp is. Put it in my pocket. P-I-M-P. And that's what they doing. Get out there and get that money and bring it back to daddy and put it in my pocket. And I'm going to sell you a dream. What you got, Tommy?
That's what you get for going outside of what's already given.
That's what we're talking about. Let's speed this up, y'all. We ain't got long. Let's run through these numbers 11 and 7. Yeah, we're going to close this on out. We just need to read a little bit of John Joel because it's going to tell us how do we get predetermined to get a white stone in our hands.
DS time?
Yes, sir.
We're going to Numbers 11 and 7. And y'all, when we're talking about this righteous bread, y'all, what we're talking about, this law came from heaven. See, this is what we're talking about. Even if you talk about the law wasn't before Mount Sinai, where did that law come from? Didn't that come from heaven? That bread came from heaven still too, didn't it?
I wrote it with his
Wrote it with his finger. And look, before Moses could get back down there, they already back in Egypt.
already trained.
He had to go back and get some more bread. A new set of 10 Commandments.
Because he hurled them out.
Hurled them out. Y'all, this the people we dealing with, y'all. Let's read some more. And look, Moses lost his spot because of the murmuring people. That's why we can't get into those contests and things that'll make you cuss and holler, and you'll be lashing out at somebody and you cussing and hollering at the same time, and you hollering the Most High's name out, and they looking back saying, look at these niggas. Trying to punish me and cussing at the same time with the Lord's name coming off their mouth. They love to have it so. Because what it shows to them is that you ain't studied to show yourself approved, or you wouldn't be in that squared circle with them. Let's read some more. Where we at?
We're going to be reading in the book of Numbers, chapter 11. We're going to start the reading in verse 7.
Yes, sir.
And the manna was as coriander seed.
What was the manna like? You need to back it up or you good?
Seed.
You good? We can roll that. Go ahead.
Okay. And the color thereof as the color of Delia. And the people went about and gathered it and ground it in mills, or beat it in a mortar, and baked it in pans, and made cakes of it.
What they make?
They made cakes of it. And the taste of it was as the taste of fresh oil. And when the dew fell upon the camp in the night, the manna fell upon it. Then Moses heard the people weep throughout their families, every man in the door of his tent. And the anger of the Most High was kindled greatly. Moses also was displeased. And Moses said unto the Most High, Wherefore hast thou afflicted thy servant? And wherefore have I not found favor in thy sight, that thou layest the burden of all this people upon me? Here I conceived all this people. No, I'm tripping. Have I conceived all this people? Have I begotten them, that thou shouldest say unto me, carry them in thy bosom, as a nursing father beareth the sucking child?
See, and here's again when they use that play on words, talking about bosom. Don't that mean a woman in your breast? Right here, Moses is just talking about the whole nation of Israel again. Men, women, children, carrying your bosom mean to protect you and hold you in safekeeping.
Right.
Not it just mean you can stack up wives. Let's read some more.
Unto the land which thou swearest unto their father? Whence should I have flesh to give unto all this people? For they weep unto me, saying, Give us flesh, that we may eat. I am not able to bear all this people alone, because it is too heavy for me.
See, and that was Moses, so we could never look at him the intercessor. You never heard those words ever come out of the Messiah's mouth, did it? Because the Messiah say, I'll die for him. Moses tried to do it. He's like, come on, Mo, we just told you that ain't for you. You can't die for this people. You're going to have enough problems with yourself with this people. There's one set to die for them. And that's what Moses said in Deuteronomy 18. It's another one of our brethren coming out of the tribes. Y'all better listen to him. That's the one. That's the angel in the bush. That was Messiah. That was Messiah that met Abraham. It's the Messiah that met Joshua we just finna read. Let's run this Joshua real quick because we got to get on out of here. At Joshua 5, we're just going to run it down in the first couple of verses. Huh? What you got?
You had that Sirach 15, you wanted us to get later on about the water of wisdom.
Okay, yeah, we'll make sure we hit that on that John when we getting out of here. Joshua 5. Let's pick it up, y'all, because we got to do a little bit of speed reading right now. Start about verse 10, and we'll read down to the end real quick, y'all.
I'll get that license.
Joshua chapter 5, verse 10.
Joshua 5 and 10.
Y'all see, the bread of life has always been around. See, these people try to make the Messiah just born of David, and they keep saying, David, he's the seed of David. So you're saying he's an ordinary man, huh? Well, he said David called him Lord in the spirit. So if he called him Lord, Joshua 5 and 10. If David called him Lord, then how can he be his son? And they can't answer. Messiah been around. He was in the garden. He's the tree of life.
That's right. The first created. How is he not
come on, all creation?
Come on now.
Let us make man.
We can talk about the sun and the moon being around for all this time, but Christ wasn't there, and he created.
Right.
Come on, man, make it make sense.
Let's get that, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. We're gonna
Joshua chapter 5, verse 10.
What it say?
And the children of Israel encamped in Gilgal, and kept the Passover on the 14th day of the month, at even in the plains of Jericho.
See, that's in Gilgal, ain't it?
Yeah.
We keeping that outside the land, ain't
Jericho. In the plains of Jericho. And they did eat of the old corn of the land on the morrow after the Passover, unleavened cakes and parched corn in the self-same day.
So you got somebody like, you ain't supposed to be eating no corn. Who told y'all that? What did scripture say we was eating?
Parched corn.
Go ahead, bro. Read some more.
And the manna ceased on the morrow after they had eaten of the old corn of the land. Neither had the children of Israel manna anymore, but they did eat of the fruit of the land of Canaan that year. And it came to pass, when Joshua was by Jericho, that he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there stood a man over against him, with his sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went unto him, and said unto him, Art thou for us, or for our adversaries? And he said, Nay, but as captain of the host of the Most High am I now come. And Joshua fell upon his face to the earth, and did worship.
And did what?
Worship. And said unto him, What said my power unto his servant? The captain of the Most High host said unto Joshua, Loose thy shoe from off thy foot, for the place whereon thou standest is holy. And Joshua did so.
So the angel of the Lord, Joshua, bowed to him and took his shoes off just like Moses did, didn't he? See what I'm saying? So angels tell you don't bow to them. So this is Messiah again. As you read on through this, Joshua tell you, if you don't listen to him, it's going to be required of you. We got the holy, we see that bread again of life that the angel got right there. And he say, who you with? You for us? He say, law player, y'all with me. Y'all with me. Let's get some more real quick, y'all. While we in this Exodus 24 and 8, Leviticus 17 and 11. It's something very important. We're going to run through these last few, y'all. And we're going to be on out of here.
Exodus 24 and 8.
24 and 8, yeah. And y'all, what we're continually talking about is this cup and this same bread. The bread don't change. Y'all, if y'all change to the bread of Egypt, we're going to have problems. Y'all, it's a simple play on words. They'll make you think that you know, and these are every credit. And you know, we got herbalists, y'all. We have to be careful. Everybody has to be checked no matter what. If you say sea moss is legal, the Bible says illegal. I don't care what it can cure. It's going to cause a problem for something else. It got side effects.
Right. Most High said plants of the earth.
Of the earth.
Not in the sea.
Not in no wet dew area because it flooded. No. I don't care if it cures this, it's got a side effect still.
And it doesn't have, and sea moss doesn't have seeds to reproduce itself.
No.
It has spores. It has spores, and it, what
Like
it
mold.
is, it's like a filter, a sea filter. It filters the sea. You know, different parasites and things of that nature of the sea. It helps filter that stuff so to keep it clean. And it has spores. It doesn't have leaves and things of that nature. It has spores. So things go in and they sit and then they come out and things of that nature. So it's almost like a sea filter.
Yeah, it is. That's what it is.
It's a sea filter, but it's not for human consumption.
You know, it's like it's all gonna have side effects. It's like this thing to take the swelling out of your big toe. Big Bo stuff relieves the big toe swelling, and then that music playing the little that soft music, and they running through the part that big toe done went down. But side effects are diarrhea, yes.
Bleeding nonstop.
Bleeding nonstop. Visible gas. Visible gas. Visible gas. So when you break wind and a cloud come up that you can see, but you worried about your big toe.
Yeah, you hold up your toe. That's from my mess.
But you got
Holding up your foot, talking about that's from my toe.
It's the same way of saying you can be healthy in this flesh, but they don't have a cure for the side effect called death. Every herbalist is dead that they studying from.
Yeah.
Every idol worshiper that they studying from is dead. So why would that, if you ain't eating nothing that's going to sustain you forever, then what you eating for? I'm talking about being healed or cured. It's got a side effect. And if you go against this word, the side effect is up here. Mental, what's a good word for it?
retardation.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, sir. Go ahead, let's read some more, y'all. Go ahead.
Oh, you going to that Exodus, right?
Exodus 24 and 8. Yeah, real quick, y'all. We're going to run through these. We ain't got but much time.
Good line.
Exodus chapter 24 and 8.
Yeah.
And Moses took the blood.
Hold on one second. I hear a few pages flipping.
That's yours.
Yeah. Go ahead. Okay, I'll tell you what, bag it up to, yeah. No, 4. 4 is good.
Four.
Yeah.
And Moses wrote all the words of the Most High, and rose up early in the morning and built an altar under the hill and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto the Elohim. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant.
What did he take?
The book of the covenant. And read in the audience of the people. And they said, all that the Most High had said we will do, and be obedient.
See, that's a confession with mouth.
Yeah, that's a...
This predetermine you getting into the kingdom if you keep that in your heart.
Exactly.
Like Abraham, like Isaac, like Jacob. Go ahead.
And Moses took the blood, verse 8. Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, behold, the blood of the covenant, which the Elohim hath made with you concerning all these words.
See, so the blood of the covenant is always a sacrifice going to be there, and he put the blood on the people. That don't defile you, but when the blood of righteousness hits you, it cures your tainted blood. Because it comes with instruction. Then we have instructions like that. And what they say, everything you just said we will do.
And be obedient.
And be obedient, but that goes through your head and go right out the other ear, don't it, boy?
Yeah, but that was the vow of the marriage.
Yes, sir. And this was a marriage ceremony because it was the contract of the marriage ceremony, and that pure blood was like the hymen blood of a virgin. He's sprinkling over the people. The marriage ceremony is taking place here. And just like when the preacher asks you, you promise to do it, I do. This what we said then, I do, to the marriage ceremony. Let's read some more.
Verse 9. Then went up Moses and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu and 70 of the elders of Israel. And they saw the Elohim of Israel. And there was under his feet as it were a paved work of sapphire stone.
See, paved work of sapphire stone. So for you to understand it, this didn't tell us to worship no sapphire stone, did it?
No.
It wants us to go look at a sapphire stone and see it was paved work up under his feet, so you can kind of get an idea of what we're dealing with supernaturally. But ain't once said go worship no sapphire. But they'll point you right there. What's that under his feet right there? Ain't that sapphire? Ain't that sapphire? And you, yeah, it's sapphire. It's sapphire. Now get it and worship it.
Now put it in the
Dung is in here too.
Right. Now what is that? Yeah. Go ahead. What else to say, Elijah? Finish that 10 up. We're going to move to the next one. We're going to
verse 11.
Yeah.
And upon the nobles of the children of Israel he laid not his hand. Also they saw Yahweh and did eat and drink. And the Most High said unto Moses, come up unto me into the mountain and be there, and I will give thee tables of stone and a law.
And a what?
A law and commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. And Moses rose up and his minister Joshua, and Moses went up into the mount of Yahweh.
So y'all can read the rest of that, but y'all see here the order and the instructions that you want to eat with God. But you got to be at the, it's like the reception at a wedding.
Yeah.
Everybody want to eat, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Want to eat?
When the reception time come, everything is good. They serve the bride and groom first, and then everybody else get in line. But you understand that, and it's a joyful day. Let's read some more. No, we finished that. Yeah, Leviticus 17:11. Yeah, we're just going to run these one-liners. Y'all, we're going to close on out with that Revelation 1 and 5, Revelation 2 and 1 and 7. Because it's going to end with telling us about the bread we're going to eat again. And it's bread that does satisfy.
Oh, it satisfies, man.
If y'all...
Fill you up, man. Fill you up.
Don't
cut you off, brother.
No, I was just going to say, I was in thought then, bro. It was rattling around. But we didn't have unleavened bread. We have unleavened bread cake. We know what it tastes like.
Mm-hmm.
It's scrumptious, ain't it?
Oh, it's delicious.
Where we at?
Leviticus 17, you said?
Yeah, and 11. Who got that?
Zed, start at 10. Would you please?
Since you volunteered me.
You've been doing so all day.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's the green light on you now.
Leviticus chapter 17, verse 11.
What it say?
Oh, that's right, you said
10, yeah.
My bad.
Thank you, brother.
With direction.
Right, you making a roll. He's making a roll and stop. No, go back.
Verse 10.
Yeah.
And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your soul.
To make an atonement for what?
For your soul.
Not for your flesh. Right. Go ahead.
For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for your soul.
It's the blood that maketh atonement for your soul. But it has to be righteous blood. That's why the lamb was unblemished. That's why the goat was unblemished. That's why it was the first year of a male. Now I want you to think about these Negroes that say the Messiah, that say Joseph is his daddy. That's a blemished lamb. No matter how you slice it, because there was no public marriage ceremony. Now you'll do this for beasts, and they'll read this like this mean business, but then they'll say the Messiah was born in fornication. Y'all understand where we're going with this bread that don't satisfy? And they can't never get satisfied because they keep having them chasing reincarnated messiahs.
Right.
Messiah says finished. Who coming back as the Messiah again? Then had two Negroes, Benjamin Carter, Ulah Mitchell, David Koresh, Jim Jones, and the list will continue, and they'll continue to buy bread that don't satisfy.
That's that Mick Jagger doctor.
Yeah.
No satisfaction.
No satisfaction.
Let's say Mick Jagger.
No. He say he can't get none. I'm sure not playing with the devil.
Right. Hell no.
You get no satisfaction. And little nasty X ain't satisfied at that video sliding down and having his way with the devil. He mad at BET now.
Yeah,
he ain't get no satisfaction.
Clicking out on BET, man.
And we've done with that.
Where you going? How many you want? That was it?
That's all I wanted. No, go ahead. Read on down read that out.
Verse 12.
Yeah.
Therefore I said unto you, unto the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood, neither shall any stranger that sojourns among you eat blood. And whatsoever man there be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, which hunteth and catcheth any beast or fowl that may be eaten, he shall even pour out the blood thereof and cover it with dust.
Right there, that's telling us even if you're a hunter, you can catch meat and birds, don't you?
Yeah.
See, who's saying we can't eat meat?
Man.
He said, long as you get the blood out of it.
Right.
Drain the blood out of it. Get the blood gone. Put it over an open flame to get the rest of the impurities out of it. And eat that good meat free of blood.
Right. That's just like it say, which hunteth and catcheth any beast or fowl that may be eaten.
That may.
There's a separation
Boy,
between
you got
them.
good comprehension with that reading. Reading is fun to the mental, but you got to read. You can't let nobody else read for you.
Right.
Let's read some more.
Verse 14.
Yeah.
For it is the life of all flesh. The blood of it is for the life thereof. Therefore, I said unto the children of Israel, ye shall eat the blood of no manner of flesh.
Right.
For the life of all flesh is the blood thereof. Whosoever eateth it shall be cut off. And every soul that eateth that which died of itself.
Roadkill or beast have a heart attack and dieth of itself. Go ahead.
Or that which is torn with beasts, whether it be one of your own country or a stranger, he shall both wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until even. Then shall he be clean. But if he wash them not, nor bathe his flesh, then he shall bear his iniquity.
You can't be sitting there with a roadkill blood on you and you sitting at the table. It didn't say you were defiled. It say you're unclean to evening, but you got to wash and clean yourself. Now we got people out here talking about don't brush your teeth. They supposed to be like you done ate a stick of butter.
Oh no.
Don't wash under your arms. What killed me is women are chasing these doctrines. Don't you know if this man bent over and crap on the side of a tree and just pull his pants straight up and then get with you, there's going to be disease?
And a smell.
No toilet tissue. Wiping with his hand and rubbing on something else.
Oh.
See, he said, the Messiah said, just like, if you break this law, he says, like a man that find a stone, that's what we used to call a smooth stone. That's what they used to use for toilet tissue. And say, won't he even shake his hand at that? Damn, that's a toilet stone. That's a smooth stone. You didn't have rough stone, because rough stones are time everything. So a good, perfectly round, when they would reach back and just wipe with the stone and just throw it on the ground, you just pick up one and flipping it up like you finna skip a rock. And you go up like this, Go ahead, John. Let's finish up.
I did finish
We
this.
finish that. Let's get right to the next, y'all, so we get on out of here. And y'all, this is what caused us to fall and get throughout our land. Real quick, Deuteronomy 31:20. And then we're going to get into the salvation of this about the true blood of the Messiah. Y'all, he can't have tainted blood because he can't be the procreation. He has to be unblemished. His blood has to be free of all iniquity. He can't be shapen in the iniquity of David. Like David said, I was shapen. He didn't say I was born in sin. He said I was shapen in iniquity by the fall of Adam and Eve. but that's still earthly man and woman he was born from, Jesse and his mama. Messiah didn't have an earthly father. Neither did Adam.
Well, 2 murders just now on Natural Bridge.
2 murders on Natural Bridge.
On Goodfellow. One at Natural Bridge and Goodfellow, and the other one at Goodfellow on about in Separate.
I wonder if they got anything to do with anything.
Another one on the north side.
Boy, I hope that stone you ride tomorrow. I got a stone at the table just for that story. I hope it ain't got nothing on it. Boy, you don't have no company.
Hope it ain't no bread.
Yeah, I'm sure you just talk about them. Yeah. Let's get it, y'all.
Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse
20.
Could you start at 19, brother?
Start 19.
19.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 19.
What it say?
Now therefore, write ye
Hold on, I hear some pages flipping. License. Go ahead, brother.
Now therefore, write ye this song for you, and teach it to the children of Israel. Put it in their mouth, that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel.
Y'all see how a song, he's saying this going to be a song worm in your head. You know how songs get in your head, you can't get them out? If you ain't careful around these, some of them temptations will wear you out around Christmas time. Before you know it, you be sitting up here with friends and on silent. Oh man. That come in my mind. Right. Go ahead, bro. Let's see the song we got to sing.
Verse 20. For when I shall have brought them unto the land which I swear unto their fathers, that floweth with milk and honey.
That floweth with milk and honey, y'all. Let's get this understanding. Like Ezekiel 16, he said, when I took you, I fed you milk, I nurtured you up, and then I gave you honey. Honey is the only food source on planet Earth that never spoils. You can find honey 3,000 years ago and you can spread it on something just like you just went and got it from the store. It means everlasting. So I'm taking you to a place where I'll nurture you up with milk as young babe, and then I'm going to put that everlasting honey on you. Y'all understand?
And it also is good for your immune system.
Yes, sir. But you can't give it to children under a certain age. They need milk.
Milk first.
Then they grow into honey. Bees, the smallest thing, they don't pollinate the plants we got, y'all, we in trouble.
World of trouble.
Y'all wouldn't understand what bees' responsibility is to get that honey going. Go ahead, bro.
And they shall have eaten and filled themselves, and waxen fat. Then will they turn unto other gods.
What will they do after they got full?
Turn unto other gods.
Ain't that how we do, y'all? As soon as the belly's full, we go back to our old ways. You satisfied now. Belly full.
Turn to the dog walling in
his vomit. Turn right back to the vomit.
But see, that's the same thing people do when they go to jail. They find the Most High, and then they act like they on the path to righteousness. But when they hit the streets,
same thing.
Back to the old.
Bro, I found the Lord, man. What you go in for? You know, I was a burglar, man. I was good at disarming alarms, and you know, I got caught up with that Zebra 10,000 alarm, man. I cut the wrong wire, and they like, oh man, the Zebra 10,000, man, that was a blue wire. What? Now he back in the game, looking to cut the blue wire again. Then forgot everything in prison about the Bible, and they done changed the blue wire now to a yellow wire. Back to the penitentiary you go.
Malcolm X.
Yeah, same way.
Was on the Lord in the penitentiary, got out and went to Islam.
Right.
But battled the preacher with the Bible.
Right.
And got his fame from everybody in there off the Bible, not the Quran.
And that's why he asked that preacher, say, do you know your Bible?
Yeah.
Not your Quran.
Not your Quran. Let's read some more.
And waxen fat. Then will I turn unto other gods and serve them and provoke me and break my covenant. And it shall come to pass when many evils and troubles are befallen them, that this song shall testify against them as a witness, for it shall not be forgotten out of the mouths of their seed. For I know their imagination.
What do you know?
I know their imagination, which they go about, even now, before I have brought them unto the land which I swear.
And see, when you talk about predetermination or predestined, it's based off the keeping of the law. You break one law, it has a history down the line. You're going to end up right here regardless. See, that's predetermination, y'all. See, it's not, or predestined, it's not, but it's all based off the law. If you break this one law, it's going to take this far for you to get it corrected. It's going to take 3 generations, like we do, it takes 10 generations to fix the Moabites and the Ammonites. That's predetermined already. It's going to take 400 years to fix what y'all did in Jerusalem. That's predetermined. That's predestined. It's not going to shorten to 300 years. It's not going to shorten to 200 years. It's going to be exactly what he said. And even though your elders ate, or your elders ate the sour grapes, our teeth are on edge. We wasn't in Jerusalem. We ain't did none of what they did, but we getting kicked in the rear end about it, ain't it? That's right. That was predestination because of what they're seeing is. You do this crime, this is the end of that crime. You kill or murder somebody for no reason at all because you just felt like your end is penitentiary for the rest of your life and possibly the death penalty. So you've been predetermined. When your number come up, we're going to take your life from you.
And possibly eternal damnation.
And possibly eternal damnation after that. So y'all, we have to understand everything is determine your outcome, where you end up in the 1/3 or that Revelation 6 and 9, however many that gonna turn at the last day or whatever. When they tried, they gonna say, Lord, we like the thief on the cross. It's gonna be a group of them. Now it's gonna be some falsely trying to get in there. Well, the thief did it, I'm gonna try it like he did. You're gonna end up just like that vagabond Jew that tried to cast out that exorcist. We cast you out by, like how this brother said, do it. Them demons know what the play is. They're like, no, we know him, we scared of him. But you're a buddier.
We don't know you, dog.
You're a blunt monkey. You're a swallow whiner. You like to follow around. We don't know you, and we're gonna jump on you.
Blunt monkey.
Swallow whiner.
Let's get some more, y'all. Did we finish that?
We gave new terminology.
Yeah. We finished that? Yeah, we finished that, did we, y'all? Let's get right to this last one, John 6:24. Y'all, we're going to just, Joel 3:24, and these last 2 revelations, we're going to close on out of here. Because these end up with the Messiah being that blood of the atonement. If you don't understand, you cannot call him the Messiah with a blemished doubt in your mind. If you're saying his father and his mother, if you're saying Joseph his natural father and they snuck and done the nasty, shame on you.
What's the Joel?
John.
Joel 3, we're going to John 6 though right now, 6:24. And we're going to come back with Joel because it promotes the cleansing and the washing with that blood. In Revelation 1 and 5 is going to end with the bread that we need. And Revelation 2 and 17 going to end with that bread, and he's going to give us a reward for eating that bread. Look, we don't need MSG on this bread. We don't need nothing new to make it taste better. It tastes like it tastes. It's the truth. Truth is an absolute. It don't need no help. It don't need no salt. It don't need no MSG. It don't need none of your secrets of Big Mama.
No, it came already prepared. John 6 and 32.
Huh?
6 and 32.
6:24. 6:24 down to there, and we'll get right to that Joel 3:24. I just want to see right here where it explains the blood of Messiah, y'all, because if you're saying his blood has possible sin nature in it, y'all, you barking up the wrong tree with this one. These words would not be in red. They still be in black like the rest of them, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. And then why did they choose red? What does it signify, y'all? Blood. And what all he tell us to do but to keep what? Always in red. Keep the commandments.
Right.
Keep the blood covenant. See, blood covenant is an oath, y'all. It's mean I put my soul on the line. The only way you get blood in your mouth is not to eat meat like he designed it to be eaten. If you say make it medium rare, you're going to have blood in your mouth because it's 3/4 cooked meat. Right? When you say well done, that's what you mean. You say I want all of the blood out. And when they bring it, is that meat red or is it brown?
Brown.
So see all those play on words. See, you eating red meat. No, that's what they call red meat because they eat it and it's still red. And blood is trickling down from it. We won't be like the heathen, though. Hell, you can't even chew meat that ain't cooked all the way. Right, you got to chew it like a vampire.
Man, and a lot of them heathens, they don't even, they can cut it right off the animal and eat it.
That's what they say. They got what they call steak tartare. That's when they hit it on the hot grill, flip it one time and put it on the plate.
It's seared on one side.
Sear it on one side and go on the plate. Straight out the freezer like that.
I used to be a server, man. I had a white man tell me he wanted to see his blood running on his plate. He wanted to sop it up with his bread.
And when we talking about not ways of the heathen, not to cut you off, Elijah, when it said, we just read that 17, when you go hunting, their whole deal on their first kill is to drink the blood of their first kill.
That's their ritual.
That's the ritual. They drink the blood of the first kill. I'm talking about children, everybody, so they get that taste of blood animal in their mouth.
They also cut the heart out too. You gotta
take a bite of the heart.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do.
Now you're eating the oil. You're eating a blood filter and pumping. Now you're doubling up on what you finna put in your guts, in your immune system, because 90% of the immune system is in your gut. Let's read some more. Where we at?
John 6 and 24.
Yeah. We're gonna get on out of here, y'all.
You know, your area.
No, what it say?
John 6. 6. Go ahead, Bob. Y'all, some very good understanding here, y'all, because the kingdom of heaven is not about meats and drink. That don't mean we don't keep the dietary law. It just means because you think you eat beef or you eat chicken, that guarantees you the kingdom. It don't. Anybody can eat beef and chicken and not believe the law.
Right.
You got to know why you're eating it off that list.
Right.
Let's get some more, y'all.
But now, even though you don't eat meat, don't mean you making it to the kingdom
either.
That's right.
What it say, bro? It's you, Ariel.
The book of John, chapter 6 and verse 24.
What it say?
When the people therefore saw that Yeshua was not there, neither his disciples, they also took shipping and came to Capernaum, seeking for Yeshua.
And see, these were the ones that knew that was in good. He turned that bread, 5 loaves, fishes. So they heard, man, it's a smorgasbord over there.
Everywhere he go, man, he set it out.
See, there's blunt monkeying over there. There's swallow lining over there. Go ahead. What else it say?
Verse 25.
Yeah.
And when they had found him on the other side of the sea, they said unto him, Rabbi, when camest thou hither? Yeshua answered them and said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, ye seek me, not because ye saw the miracles.
See, do y'all understand what we saying, y'all? We look at a miracle like it means absolutely, like anybody can do it. He's saying, y'all seek me not because y'all saw the miracles, but what?
But because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled.
You see that? See that flesh stomach? See that pot belly? That's what it's talking about. Flesh pots going back to Egypt. You don't care what God's serving, just serve it on the plate.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 27.
Yeah.
Labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life.
So it's meat that endureth to everlasting life. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him hath Yah the Father seeth. Then said they unto him, what shall we do, that we might work the works of Yah? Yeshua answered and said unto them, this is the work of the Elohim,
Right.
that ye believe on him whom he hath sent.
That's right.
They said therefore unto him, what sign showest thou then, that we may see and believe thee? What dost thou work? Our fathers did eat manna in the desert, as it is written, he gave them bread from heaven to eat.
So they running the record, but still with no understanding.
Right.
Go ahead, bro. Just all flesh.
Then Yeshua said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, Moses gave you not the bread from heaven, but my Father giveth you the true bread from heaven. For the bread of Yah is he which cometh down from heaven, and giveth life unto the world.
And see, Moses never gave it to him. That bread that came, the Father gave that bread.
Right.
He rained down, man. He told him, I'm going to rain down. But Moses didn't even do that.
No.
He spoke that to the people. But he said, that bread was just to satisfy y'all murmuring flesh, you hard-headed Negro. And you're going to be hungry in 2 hours.
Right.
And they were.
He said, but I'm going to give you the true bread of life. Go ahead, Sid.
They were more in search of the giver of the loaves, the loaves and the fish than the giver of the loaves.
That's what we're talking about. That's like these Negroes around here cuss out the government and send their women to go get money from them. Yeah, don't trust them demons, but how much they put on that card? Did you get that Medicaid card for them chillins to go to the doctor? What them heathens say? What them heathens, no good heathens say? They won't give you a card.
Negro spitting there was on disability and government assistance.
Yeah, talking about the government.
But but the government is paying for his household.
Look here, sucking the government tit so much his mouth just shake like this.
And ash.
And ash.
They call him the white.
Go ahead, bro, let's read some more.
Verse 30, verse 34. Y'all crazy.
Go ahead, bro.
Then said they unto him, Master, evermore give us this bread. And Yeshua said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. But I said unto you, that ye also have seen me, and believe not. All that the Father giveth me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out. For I came down from heaven, not to do mine own will, but the will of him that sent me. And this is the Father's will which hath sent me, that of all which he hath given me I should lose nothing, but should raise it up again at the last day. And this is the will of him that sent me, that every one which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life, and I will raise him up at the last day.
So y'all, if you void that out, then you won't see that on the last day. Y'all, real quick, Joshua 3:24. We're going to hit this last one, Revelation 1 and 5 and 2 and 17. We're going to get on out of here.
There you got a quick question.
Go ahead, bro.
Is chicken vulture or not?
It's chicken vulture. What? Since when a chicken? Y'all, is something out there called chicken vulture?
She said some people out here teaching, one of the sisters in the chat saying that somebody out here chicken is unclean.
Well, see, they was teaching turkey vulture, but
That's exactly
there's a
what
difference
it is.
between a domestic turkey and a turkey vulture. A turkey vulture is still a vulture that devours prey or flesh and eats it raw. It just looks like a turkey because it has a gobbler. It's not a turkey.
It just has a gobbler like a turkey.
Look.
That's the reason why they call it a turkey vulture.
What's a monkey man?
A man
Is it such a thing? Or is it Bigfoot we ain't never seen? That's the monkey man they still trying to see, ain't they?
No, it's a real one.
So no, y'all just using that as an example. So if you see a man with hair on his arms and stuff like that, you're saying that ain't no human. If you mate with him, that's bestiality.
Say Joshua 3.
And then that's Esau.
Joel 3. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? Sis, and that's all we talking about is the rumors out there of what they saying. That's going against God's law. If he say you can eat chicken, run the fowl game and see if it's not in the list of birds we can eat, fowls we can eat. And it just said hunt them and different things like that. So we hunt turkeys. We don't hunt water birds. It says don't eat birds of prey. And check this out. The Bible never tell us what birds we can eat. It just tell us which ones we can't. You can't eat a bird of prey. And then they'll say, well, right here we seen a chicken eating a mouse. You'll eat a mouse if you ain't ate in 10 days. See, the people that do that, but they don't go to like the poultry farms that take time, and you see air-conditioned chicken houses, and they come out there and they got them up high, free of rodents and stuff. They want to show you somebody ain't went out there and did their job like they supposed to and manned the chicken coop. Chickens ain't ate in a week. What you think gonna happen if a rat come by there? We ate our own children in Jerusalem when the food truck stopped by Nero Caesar. Didn't we?
Yep.
See, it's condition that make like that, but they can't go to no perfectly formed chicken house or coop that where they feeding it grain, no GMO, none of that. They won't show you that because it's guile. They want to make you see this picture, but they'll never show you the other side of the coin.
They'll show you the clean side.
The people that's doing it right, like how the Most High commanded them to take care of chickens so that it be good, clean food. They're not following the instructions. You're going to show me somebody that don't follow the instructions and tell me it's off limit. Yeah, it's off limit for them who preparing that. That's just like when you go to like rallies for a Best Burger, that Longhorn guy, and people tell you at rallies, we put all of the leftover meat in the chili. If it's pork, if it's whatever, it goes in the chili. Whatever falls on the floor go into the chili too. That's not, what they call that, cracked pepper? That's something that came off of somebody's shoe. And I'm not telling you what I'm guessing at. I'm telling you what a person told me that work at them restaurants.
They do. They keep it there for like 6 months.
Y'all, then they gonna show you that and run you that, and there you go down the law of the Most High. If you follow the way he say cook it, you ain't gonna have zero problems. They say you got a beast, you gotta fence them in. You got this, you gotta follow these rules. You can't say, well look, I'm a breeder of dogs, I'm breeding the best Rottweilers and things, and they chained up outside. And you ain't been out there to check on the female when them puppies having a Chihuahua that had that Rottweiler. You ain't gonna be able to sell them puppies.
Now you got a bunch of big fat heads.
Yeah, got a Rottweiler bottle and a Chihuahua head.
Look like Beetlejuice.
Look like dog looking like Beetlejuice. Yeah, go ahead. Y'all, that's the guile we talking about, y'all. Because if they never told you a clean production plant of chicken and getting their eggs, then they're a deceiver.
And it's just like the world. At what point did you realize that there were 7 clean animals on Noah's Ark and not just 2 unclean animals?
Right. When?
All our lives we believe it was just
7 by 2. 2 by 2. And they had that singing that song.
It wasn't until you came into the truth and learned the truth and understanding the truth that you saw it was 7 clean animals and only 2 unclean, the 2 unclean animals. But we have been taught to accept the unclean.
Yeah, they trying to put tilapia out there saying we're not supposed to eat tilapia. But if we stop eating the sea moss and the catfish and the crabs, then the tilapia.
See, and that's what they ain't telling you. Because of all the crab eating and lobster eating and the shrimp eating, the scrimp eating, the tilapia is on its home now. It's like a dirty fish tank and the filter ain't running no more. You done unplugged it. What do you think that fish tank gonna look like? And then you dig around there and what comes up? All that doo-doo. And you got tropical fish. Tilapia is clean. When it say scales and fins, that's what it means. If it have scales and fins, it's on the clean list. Don't care about none of that other stuff. Go to a different lake and get them then.
Yeah.
Go to a lake still got got the filters down there eating the doo-doo up. Go to that lake. Don't go to one that's done, everybody done ate all the catfish out because it ain't got no filter. Hell, even in caveman, even the Flintstones, what was under the sink getting the garbage?
The pig.
The pig. It was the garbage disposal. Y'all, let's get this last two, y'all. We're going to close out. Joel chapter 3, verse 24.
There is no 24, my brother.
Huh?
I thought you said Joshua 3.
No, ain't no Joel 3:20. Hold on. No, I've been saying Joel. They asked me. I just said Joel.
He said Joel.
I've been saying Joel. It may be that Mississippi twang I got.
Show that me.
I wrote down Joshua.
I'm in Joel.
I've heard the word.
No, it's a 3:24. I ain't crazy, am I? Hold on. Maybe I am crazy.
There is no Joel.
Hold on. I am crazy, y'all. Hold on. I need right where.
It ain't on your notes?
Hold on. No. I got 3:24. Hold on. Let me see. Maybe I mean 2.
Oh,
Let me
that
take
is
that.
on
Hold
your
on.
notes.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, it says sometimes. It ain't all the time yet. Hold on. Well, I tell you what, run these revelations. I'm going to find it real quick. Huh? Yeah, go ahead, run that Sirach 15 for me real quick. Hold on. No, it's okay, y'all. Maybe I fat fingered that letter. I want Joel. Maybe it's 3:14 on down. That's what I want. 3:14. See, on my other paper where I was doing the notes, I changed that 3 to a 1, but I didn't do it good enough.
Okay, Dan.
So it should have been 3:14. Y'all feel me? Joel 3:14. Now how did that sound? That sound better?
Sound like you're clearing it up.
That's what we're in. Declare obsession. Yeah. Yes, sir.
If that's what you want.
That's what I want. Joel 3:14.
Valley of Jehoshaphat.
That's what I want.
You got Elijah?
Yeah, I can get it. Joel
Because
chapter
verse
3,
21 is what I want.
verse 14.
Yeah.
Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Most High is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened. The stars shall withdraw their shining.
See how everything keep matching up with Matthew 24, the sun and the moon, Joe? It's the same program, y'all. The program don't change. Go ahead.
The Most High also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem. And the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Most High will be the hope of his people.
What he gonna be?
The hope of his people.
See, hope is something you ain't seen. Look, we got the hope because we ain't never seen the Messiah have, but we believe, don't we?
That's right.
Go ahead.
And the strength of the children of Israel. So shall ye know that I am the Most High, your power dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore.
Right.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine.
What they gonna drop down?
New wine.
See, and that's when the Messiah told us at the Passover, look, when we drink from this cup, I'm going on a Nazarite vow. I'm not gonna drink it no more till I drink it what?
New.
With you and what? Is that what we're reading about?
Yep.
Let's read some more. And that was prophesying before he came in the flesh form. Go ahead.
And the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with water. And a fountain shall come forth of the house of the Most High, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Egypt shall be a desolation.
What shall Egypt be?
A desolation. And Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. For the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land.
What kind of blood?
Innocent blood in their land. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation.
Here we go.
For I will cleanse their blood.
What he gonna do?
Will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed. For the Most High dwelleth in Zion.
See, we at the point that we have to try to get our blood cleansed as much as we can, and that's to keep the commandment. Once you keep the commandments, you draw sin away from you. Your body starts to react, because bad behavior is what bad behavior is. It's going to taint the blood. You keep fornicating, you're going to be itching and scratching. It's automatic, ain't it? Yep. Is that predetermined?
Yeah.
You can't say she didn't look like she had nothing. and be scratching later. Go ahead, where we at? Revelation 1 and 5 and 2 and 7.
You got it all.
Yeah, y'all, we're gonna finish up with these last two, y'all.
Revelations 1 and 5.
And always looking for a sign.
She looked clean.
Right, she look clean. Yeah, that's what we ask. See, they looking at the outer cup.
That ain't even clean for real if you really look. That ain't even clean for real if you really look.
A Punisher shirt.
Punisher. Yes, with a skull on it. I look back and I say, really?
Well, look, we had a boy talking noise that had on Calvin Klein who was a suspect.
Yeah.
And got fringes on that. And he's like,
Calvin Klein
yeah.
on his, right across his chest and fringes on the bottom. But you got Esau on your heart. Right. And fringes at the bottom.
And that's how I felt. And the fringes on the bottom of the shirt was all chewed up in there.
Boy, look here.
Vagabond Israelites.
It didn't remind you of what you had on?
Yeah,
the fringes didn't remind him?
It reminded him.
Go ahead, y'all. Let's run these and close out.
Revelation 1 and what?
1 and 5.
Says y'all is.
Yeah, Zeb got it.
I was gonna say, you just stop directing.
I ain't got my glasses out, none of that. Revelation chapter 1, verse 5.
I'm going down to 8. Go ahead.
And from Yahushua HaMashiach, who is the faithful witness and the first begotten of the dead.
What is he?
The first begotten of the dead. And the prince of the kings of the earth. Unto him that loves us and washed us from our sins in his own blood.
How he washed us from his sins?
In his own blood. And have made us kings and priests unto Yahweh and his Father. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. And they also which pierced him, and all kinds of earth,
and all the kindreds,
and all the kindreds of earth shall wail because of him. Even so.
And it say, even them that pierced him shall wail. You know why? Because, and see, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do, that they pierced him. But that Roman soldiers say this was truly the God, but they gonna be well. So this telling you it's finna be judgment day, because they've been dead over 2,000 years, ain't they? He said they gonna be wailing and hollering. It's him again. He is back. What you got, LC?
Where he said, you keep on fighting against them, you're gonna find yourself fighting against the Most High.
Yeah, yeah. Y'all turn that thing down. Who got that thing on?
Turn it down over there.
That's your people.
Daniel Solomon's grandson over there.
Who that Absalom over there?
It's always the preacher's son.
Go ahead, yeah, ain't it? Go ahead, brother.
I am Alpha and Omega.
What is he?
Alpha and Omega. The beginning and the end. What you say you want to go?
No, you got to finish that.
Yeah, that is it.
You keep going?
No, it says verse, yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Right.
Says the Most High, which is, and which was, and which is to come, the Almighty.
The Almighty. Let's hit that 2 and 17 and we close out.
2 and 17?
Yeah.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 17.
Start at 14.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 14. But I have a few things
Hold on,
against
2 pages flipping. He almost there.
That's my
guy. Yeah.
But I have a few things against thee. Because thou hast there them that hold the doctrine of Balaam.
And that doctrine of Balaam was that warlock that was against Moses and the children in the wilderness, that was on Pharaoh's side. People got that doctrine now.
On the dumb ass.
Go ahead.
Yeah. The man's voice.
Who taught Balaam to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel, to eat things sacrificed unto idols, and to commit fornication.
And to do what?
Commit fornication. So hast thou also them that hold the doctrine of the Nicolaitan, which thing I hate.
Most High say hate that Nicolaitan doctrine, that you teach warlockism. You practicing the same thing Balaam did against the children of Israel, and you say we can't curse them. When you read the doctrine of Balaam, it say we cannot curse them, but we can tie them up into fornication, y'all. They love that. They are lovers of it.
So that's the doctrine of the polygamy.
Yes, yeah, teaching them fornication, no responsibility. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Repent, or else I will come unto thee quickly.
Do what?
Repent, I will come unto thee quickly, and will fight against them with the sword of my mouth. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. To him that overcome will I give to eat of the hidden manna.
What we gonna give him?
To eat of the hidden manna.
So y'all, we got some good manna coming, y'all. His hidden manna is set aside for those that overcome that. The pure manna, the true physical bread from heaven. Go ahead.
And will give him a white stone.
What are you gonna give him?
A white stone.
Not that dung stone. Right. Go ahead.
And in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that receives.
So we got these Hebrew names that we jumping over the hoop for, but he said that ain't the name I'm gonna give you on the stone. I'm gonna give you some bread with your true name on it, cause it's gonna express. Cause a man could have named you that to get advantage, so to speak, over you.
Right.
You know, you such and such. Oh, you just like this individual. No, you ain't like that individual. They need you to think that so they can buffalo you and get over on you. They'll tell you who you like. Boy, you just like nigga will tell you this King David. And this boy here sitting here can barely sit up straight. Piss stains in the front of his pants. And they had to walk him to this boy they had in that camp talking about this the resurrected King David.
Feed on himself.
Yeah.
Because it was too much pressure.
Can't hold his leg.
Too much pressure.
Y'all, we looking for that white stone, that hidden manna bread, y'all, and a stone with our name on it. This is why we can't get into that name game. Somebody saying they know the name, how you don't even know your name? It's a sanctified name, and you get a white stone in your hand. Here's your name on it, so can't nobody see it first but you. Oh, he calling me this. And at least gonna start off with friend.
Better hope it don't say get me.
Boy, no, it ain't gonna be white if it say that. It'll be a dung stone. You be shaking your hand quick. No, he gonna no, don't need shaking it. It's on your hand now. Y'all get up face the east, y'all. Boys out now.
All right, family. We're going to get this closing prayer.
Turn toward Jerusalem. Put them tablets down. Turn that way, Cam. King.
Other way.
Kingston, turn around. Yeah.
We're going to get this closing prayer. And it is with the Most High's permission. And it's in the name of his only begotten and beloved Son, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, Jesus the Christ. Long live the King. Reading in the book of Psalms, in the 92nd chapter, it reads, it is a good thing to give thanks unto the Most High,
Yes, sir.
and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High, to show forth thy loving kindness in the morning, and thy faithfulness every night. Upon an instrument of 10 strings, and upon the psaltery, upon the harp with a solemn sound. For thou, Yahweh, hast made me glad through thy work. I will triumph in the works of thy hands. O Yahweh, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. A brutish man knoweth not, neither doth the fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. But thou, Master, art most high forevermore. For lo, thine enemies, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. But my horn shalt thou exalt like the horn of an unicorn. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. Mine eye also shall see my desire on mine enemies, and mine ears shall hear my desire of the wicked that rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of the Most High shall flourish in the courts of our Elohim. They shall still bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be fat like me and flourishing to show that the Elohim is upright. He is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness in him.
To y'all, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you, worldwide audience, for y'all continued support. Y'all, Most High we'll continue putting the lessons out. If y'all got anything y'all need to discuss, y'all shoot them whatever's plaguing you or you feel that's in bondage over to God's Warrior 298 in the message section. One love, family. What you got, LC? Huh? What song was that?
92.
92. Yes, sir. One love, family.